Warcraft, baby! Yeah! My nipples are all hard and
I'm gonna pwn noobs.
We're at EB Games in West Hollywood for the release of the Burning Crusade.
Waiting for the World of Warcraft expansion to come out.
Do you guys play together?
No, we play different servers. He's Horde, I'm Alliance.
Oh, that's like separate bedrooms.
Wait until she levels up so I can kill her.
we knew what a magnitude it would be, but, you know, honestly didn't think it would be this big of a line.
There's a bunch of noobs here. I can see them.
Have your receipts ready, I'll make it go faster.
You know, I'm looking forward to the new Alliance race.
New levels, new weapons.
Flying mounts, new professions, new races.
I'm looking for World PvP because I hate Horde, so I kill Horde when I see Horde.
Lord!
I think I'm looking forward to my little pet that I'm going to get when I get the collector's edition.
I wanted the pet.
If someone doesn't play WoW, what do you say to convince them?
I really didn't have to say much. I got him into WoW. I got like 7 of my friends into WoW. My ex-girlfriend, emphasis on the ex.
I wouldn't talk to them if they don't play WoW.
It feels great. So who's hotter, the Night Elves or the Blood Elves?
Oh, the Blood Elves.
Blood Elves.
Night Elves. Night Elves.
I would say that the Night Elves are probably 17.334% hotter than the Blood Elves, repeating, of course.
My main is a Tauren Shaman. His name's Thangor. That's what I'm talking about. He's a elemental, so he's really into doing a lot of damage for as much as he can. I have an Orc Hunter. I have a Troll Rogue, and I have an Undead Mage. So I like doing a lot of damage.
I got tomorrow off of work, and I got today off of work to level all day, and tomorrow off of work. So tonight I'm gonna buy it, go set it up, and play all night long.
I got to work at 7. I'll probably play right up until I get to work.
All night until school in the morning.
Yeah, I got the laptop in the car so I can load it on the way, in all honesty.
I don't know. I'm just gonna install it and just try to get like maybe up to level like 62 or something. It's probably gonna take a while, but you know, however long it takes.
I think people are afraid of how powerful we are, because if we were to unite, which we already have, and begin to take over the world, I think 8 million people now, I think that the world would be in for a big surprise when 900 shaman come running over that mountainside, you know what I'm saying?
There's a collector's edition on the back. Yeah, you got yourself the DVD collection with behind-the-scenes stuff. You get the soundtrack from the game. You get the art of the game. You get a collector's edition card pack. And the reason why I came, the Netherwelt pet. Free map with every purchase.
Tell me about your most epic quest or battle to date.
I was raiding this girl's molten core.
I've heard some of the women I know that play complaining that the new female character models promote an unrealistic standard of beauty. There's no reason for, you know, a supernatural adventure to have birthing hips. It's just no reason.
I'm gonna do an impression of my paladin, and one thing that I love about the paladin is that is healing. Is I get to heal my friend. They're like, they just do this with like holy, I don't know, bubbles, and then boom.
I've been waiting long enough. 10.5-hour shift of work, 6-hour wait for the game. It's a good day.
I just bought one, but I bought everything else. The binder, the book. No, I'm going to go home, install it, take a shower, log on, try to claim some names.
I'm very psyched.
What would get you to stop playing?
I don't want to stop. Why would I want to stop?
I'm going to the dark portal! Woo! I'm almost level 61!
Very excited to play this. I've been waiting. Waiting.
How long are you going to play for?
All night. All week maybe. All week.
You don't have to work tomorrow?
Work. There's no such thing as work with WoW.
realm. Your foolishness has brought you to this end. Take my blood and choke on it.
Death to the outsiders.
I'll turn your world upside down. You are not prepared.
All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another World of Warcraft stream. Hopefully the sound isn't too bad. Let's get some TBC music going, shall we? How about some Eversong Woods? Good to see everybody back in the stream today. We're gonna be basically talking TBC all day. We'll be leveling this dude up on hardcore. So if we die, we delete, per usual. And just hanging out, watching TBC videos, getting hype, plotting, planning. Let's see what we got here in the house. Okay, hold on. Perfect. Eversong Woods. No endless, can't stream endless. Can't stream endless, brother. You hate to see it. You do. You hate to see it. Big band wave went out. A lot of people got hit. We were thinking Blizzard maybe might have chilled out a little bit. Maybe they saw it as a good thing. I guess not. A lot of people got hit. Yeah, Crix got hit. About 20 maybe 20 plus channels got banned. I didn't get banned. I was just randomly like not streaming. I don't know, and then it happened. You hate to see it, man. You really do. It's so much fun, that server, man. I've been no-lifing it. Let's see what we got here. Yo, Mario, Bunny, good to see you guys. Doctor, Natalie, good to see you. Party people, good to see you, man. Ninja Gloves, Fict. Baba Share Show in the house. Yo, Baba, congratulations, my friend. Baba been grinding in the hardcore challenge. Got level 60 yesterday. First level 60, one of the OG quest designers from the game. Amazing, man. Congratulations, Baba. Did Graves get the banhammer? No, he didn't get the banhammer. But we've been no-lifing endless. And we got into Kargoz yesterday. Yo, it was so much fun, guys. TBC is gonna be so much fun, guys. I mean, the booster's scuffed. No fresh is kind of scuffed, right? But it's still gonna be so fun, dude. Was doing Kargoz yesterday with Grays and Winky and Crix. Pumping on the Warlock. I was having an absolute blast. I got some gear, man. I got that 51 shadow damage necklace. Yeah, what's up, Nebulous? How we doing, brother? Can you guys hear me okay? The sound-wise? Alright. Hold on. Off to work. Have a great day. Thank you, D-Warrior, man. Have a good day. Kargoz is so good. Oh, it really is. It really is. So glad Wink streamed it? Oh, you watched that, huh, Marley? Yeah, Winky did stream it yesterday. Kind of a bummer, though, that we can't stream endless, man. It was so fun. It is so fun. I'll tell you what, too. The 8X, it felt kind of good. I mean, there's some issues with the server, but ultimately, extremely fun server, I gotta say, man. Just, yo, they overtuned the heroics on that server, too. We were doing heroics last night. It's tough. It's tough. You need, I mean, heroics are harder than Kara in a way on that server. Anyway, man, I don't want to keep talking about a private server. It's not the real thing, but TBC is going to be a lot of fun, guys. If you have any questions about it, about TBC, if I don't have the answer for you, somebody in the chat will. We can all plot and plan. How's the arena been on Endless? On the arena tournament server, it's been really good. A lot of high-quality players have been attracted there and been playing it. I played it. I pretty much binged it for a couple weeks. You putting it on YouTube? Nah, man. It's pretty much GG. I mean, like I said, as soon as someone gets striked by Blizzard, everyone was kind of thinking, all right, that's gonna be Blizzard's way of signaling like they don't like it, you know. And now it's all good, man. It'll be here before we know it. Any updates on what's happening with drums? No updates yet, my friend. We just know they're changing it. Don't know how. A lot of the people who are really like passionate about TBC though, who have played the game for many years, don't seem to have problems with drums. I feel like the people who have problems with drums are the people who just hear about drums, because on paper they sound kind of bad. The idea that you're locked with one profession and all that, but they don't feel too bad in practice, man. I mean, you just buy them off the auction house. I mean, yeah, you need leatherworking, right? But they're pretty cheap. They have a lot of charges. Just fun item. Doesn't seem too problematic, but a lot of people don't like it, so they'll probably change it. Not a big deal either way. If I had to guess, they're just gonna make it so that it affects the whole raid. So that way, it'll be pretty natural, be pretty smooth. You'll have a couple other workers in the raid anyway who are just hunters, or mainly just hunters, maybe rogues. I'm not sure who else goes leatherworking. I know Hunter goes leatherworking for sure. So the couple hunters you take will have drums. Yo, Vrotas, thank you very much for the Prime, my friend. 2 months. Can't wait for Karazhan and the iconic music. Much love. Thank you for the support, man. Yeah, it's a super fun raid. The 10-man raids have always been my favorite, dude. What do you guys like best? 40, 25, 10? I love the 10-man raids. It actually feels like no matter what your role is, you have impact. Like you're making a difference. Like if you're AFK or not, like you know. Sometimes in a 40-man, it feels like, you know, you AFK, you just die at the beginning of the fight. Okay, it's fine. Just let it play out. But like 10-man. Yo, Rek, good to see you, man. I'm excited for your new video, brother. 10-man's way more intimate. Yeah, I feel you on that. Hold on. YouTube chat is scuffed. Sorry. If you said anything in YouTube, all my chat just got erased. Maybe ask again. YouTube chat is scuffed. Okay. Should be good now. Oh, I see it. Okay, which raids are 10s and 25s in TBC? Karazhan's 10. The rest of them are 25. Oh, ZA's 10, right? What, did Chris get the MCA'd? Yep, a bunch of people got the MCA'd. I narrowly avoided it somehow because I wasn't streaming that day. It looks like they just went to the endless site and just went down the list and just started. We literally watched like 20 channels get striked in real time. They were just going down the list, man. Just bopping them one after the other. And people are going into their chat saying like, yo, dude, like, they're coming for you, man. And then 2 minutes later, offline. Yeah. How do you have the will to get to level 60? I don't know, man. I love the game. I don't know. I mean, it is painful at times. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know, man. It's all just part of it. It's about part of being a WoW player. Any more videos with Dr. Kale in the works? Need more Big Brain Pally info? Nothing at the moment, but yeah, he's a good dude. I'm down to do whatever with him. So Gray's has been playing Prot Pally. He is geared to shit. He's probably one of the most geared tanks on the server now. I think we were like the number 6 guild to do something in Karazhan before the reset. We're exposed to that last night. Gray's got a couple epics last night. He got some epic bracers. He got some epic boots. Gray's is loving the Prot Pally, man. Prot Pally, the Prot Pally dream is definitely very much real at TBC. It looks like a lot of fun. And I'll tell you what, our dungeon comp, we're running 2 locks, Mage, Shaman. Okay, you know how you have an expectation for stuff, and then in reality it's different? Oftentimes the reality is much worse. Expectation was up here, reality was up here. The 5-man dungeon cleave, 100% to play. Feels amazing. 100% to play. It's worked out so well. The comp has worked out so well. The comp is so busted. This comp that we're running. So nice. You have double summons. A lot of times people just mess up. They make a mistake. The fact that you have double summons, so that if 1-2 people make a mistake at any given point in time, you can still like kind of course correct with the other warlock. You have Mage Portal. You have Mage Food and Water. You have Bloodlust. You have 4 layers of white protection, right? With DI, double Soulstone, Ankh. Nutty. Absolutely nutty. What server are you playing on? We are on Bloodsail Buccaneers, and we are starting a guild here. It's called Hype, at the moment at least. We're running it on Endless right now. It's the largest guild on the server, to my understanding. We're pumping. Raid on Friday, and a lot of the people in this Hype guild on Endless, we're gonna play together on Bloodsail as well. So if you're still looking for a guild, man, if Blizzard DMCA'd you, what would you do? I mean, just take the L, man, and I probably just wouldn't stream private servers anymore. You know, it's sort of that type of one. The first one's kind of a slap on the wrist. They just let you know, hey, we don't want you doing this, and it is what it is, man. It's their game. They're just doing their job. With that said, I kind of wish, and selfishly, Blizzard would change their tune on private servers, just because, you know, if I was like lucky enough to build a game in a universe that people cared about this much and like loved and invested in and all that, I think the ultimate sign of like love towards that universe you created is to like let it go. In that sense, leave it to the community, like you know, decentralize it, you know, like leave the IP to the people, like open it up, right? You still, you know, if that makes sense. I don't know. I could talk about that for a while, but I wish, selfishly, you know, people love the game. It's like, you know, WoW's, now the WoW private servers, man, it's like a couple thousand people playing on it, man. People who love the game, they're all gonna play TBC Classic. Everyone's hyped for it. Been playing this game a long time. Be cool if it was maybe you could license it or something, right? If there's, it's like, I feel like if you created a universe and there's thousands of people who like love it and are playing it and just like trying to build communities around it, I would want to support it. I don't know, but like, you know, it's all good. Kind of what George Lucas did with Star Wars back in the day. Yeah, I'm not sure. What did he do? What did he do? Don't know if you know a guy named Kargoz. He made a really good leveling guide to make your leveling experience incredible. Yo, thanks, man. What's up, Steven? Trying to Blood Elf RP guild when TBC comes out on Bloodsail should be fun. Hell yeah, man. Man, love these past few streams. The hype, the energy, but also the info. Wish you guys could stream more. Hey, Sec, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Yeah, I wish I could stream Endless as well. It would definitely build the hype for TBC. Definitely spread the information about it. Get people on the same page, but it's not in the cards, man. They don't want us doing that, so it's all good. Warhammer did that? Yeah. Thing is, yo, if you're a Blizzard, right, and there's these private servers coming out, you'd kind of want to think to yourself, too, hey, we have confidence on our own product, you know? Like, these private servers, they do an okay job, but, you know, we're a AAA, big boy, billion-dollar company. We're going to crush it. What we put out is going to be super hot fire. No one's even going to come close. You know, we're putting out the best product. They're all going to come to us. You know, it's cute. The private servers, you know, what they're doing is cute, but we're Blizzard. We're polished. We're AAA. We're quadruple A. We're going to put out the best experience. You know, they can have their little fun on their fun server, but we're Blizzard, you know, we're once we come out with something, yeah, there's no way anybody was gonna play anything else. But your Juan Macro has dance in it? Yeah, it does, yep. Did something happen to Endless Boys? Well, the huge ban wave went out, man, so GG. Yo, Games by Corporate with the tier 1. Thank you very much, man, for the 6 months, brother. Good to see you. What are you up to, Games? You playing hardcore? How can I join the guild? I would like to raid with you guys in the Bloodsail Buccaneers. What I would say, here's the guild Discord. I would join this. Right now the rosters are full, but these are the rosters for Endless, right? It could change for Classic. A lot of people are going to move in and out of the pack. A lot of people are playing with this for Endless, but they really have guilds lined up. They're going to change their mind. A million things could happen because we don't know when the release date is. So, you know, if you wanted to join that and then just try to be active in the community, we'll try our very best to take care of you. We'll spin up as many raids as we need to spin up and just try to, you know, try to make it happen, my friend. Is there an equivalent for EU happening? What do you mean? No, we're playing on NA, my friend, but a lot of the EU folks are coming over. They're just going to make an NA account and come play, you know, like Tactics Law. A lot of streamers, a lot of creators. And let me tell you what, this Endless server is PvP server, and it brings out the absolute worst in me, man. It brings out the absolute worst in me. I can't help myself. I see these Alliance out here, out looking like snacks, and I don't want to kill them, and it's just, I'm glad we're playing PvE. Trust, man. I feel like maybe it's because I turned 30 recently, like my decision making is like a little bit more refined. I don't know. I'm feeling good about everything. Bloodsail, playing on a PvE server, the people I'm associating with, just the guild, the squad, etc., etc. It's looking good, man. The 5-man dungeon cleave working marvelously. Yeah, man. It's looking good. He's summoning a Fell Hunter, bro. That's what I'm saying. You were there for that. I'm telling you. The thing is, man, about a PvP server, I know you have fun killing people, right? I know you have fun killing people, but here's the thing about TBC, guys. Yo, type something. I really want to get your opinion on this, man. Okay, first of all, who likes PvP servers more? Who likes a PvP server more than a PvE server? Here, like, you love it, because I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to someone. Hey brother, really sucks you can't stream endless, but you keep with great videos you've always done. I see you popping 1 to 2K viewers for TBC release. Just keep up the hard work. Hey Jay Bravo, good to see you, man. Thank you, brother. Will do. Let me see. Who likes PvP servers? Where my PvP Andy's at? We're a Blizzard, our lawyers are polished, their firms are AAA. What's up, Baba? Okay, so you guys like PvP servers more, right? You like PvP. Okay. You like PvP servers, okay. So, yo, this is hard hitting right here, I'm telling you. So, how do you feel about this? You're gonna be in raid spec. You can't PvP spec and PvE spec. You literally can't. You know, there's some classes that are better that like can do okay in PvP, even if they are PvE spec, like a hunter. Like for example, for a warlock, right? Monsters in PvP, but your PvE spec, you're actually a meme. Like, I mean, you can do okay. You have coil and fear and stuff like that, right? But the thing is, your binds, you have to put Shatter on a high impact bind. You have to put Doom. All of your binds, your consumes, your setup, your spec is so different in PvE spec. How do you guys manage it? It's like stressful, dude. You go out, like, you can't just go PvP spec and PvE all the time and re-gem and re-itemize. Your bags are a soup sandwich. You're running out of shards. Your UI is a soup sandwich. Everything is a soup sandwich. And you're just walking around, like, it's just terrible, man. I don't know. You're gonna be in PvE spec most of the time getting jumped by people. Imagine a rogue opens on you. I don't know how you do it. I really don't know how you do it. How you do it. You know? Like, how do you do it? Yo, Taros Mage TV, thank you so much for the tier 1, man, for the 1 month streak. I'm out here as a PvE, like, Fire Destro Warlock or a Shadow Destro Warlock. If you have support and you're with the team, it's okay, you're out in the open world, but you have 2 bars, 1 for PvE, 1 for PvP. I don't know, I wish I could log over to Endless and show you, like, my bars. There's no way, man. You need Action Bar Saver, like, even with dual spec and triple spec, like on Endless, you can just switch around. Even that, it feels a little bit rough. I don't know how you guys do it. It just... Okay, the fact that, like, PvE... And the thing is, a lot of times you raid, and it's not back-to-back-to-back. Like, you're gonna raid Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday or something, so you can't even just raid, get it all over with, respec PvP, just so you can defend yourself. You see what I'm getting at? I don't know how the people do it on a PvP server. Like, does it feel good getting killed in PvE raid spec? Most people do a mix of PvP and PvE build for PvP leveling and really don't count on consumables. I don't know, man. Like, when you're just PvPing at all, like, you know, you have your trinket on something really high impact, you have your howl. It's a whole nother set of things. You're probably gonna remember me saying this once TBC comes, and you're gonna, like, if you're on a PvP server and be like, yo, this is kind of stressful, man. Did Chris get banned? Yeah, he got banned for 48 hours. He's coming back, though. Hold on, I'm trying to get some feedback on this. Let's see here. Unexpected is a major factor for online games. PvP servers give you that. Many times it's unfair, but so is life. I think... Well, how do you stay organized as someone who PvPs and PvEs at the same time? Because there's literally not enough binds or action bar space or anything to do all of them. Because pretty much all of you guys shift binds around for PvE and PvP, right? So maybe it's just like kind of an OCD type mentality, but you know, I just don't know how you guys do it. I play Pally, so oh true. If you play Pally. Oh, yo, Malit, thank you so much for the Prime, my friend. Just respec 6 times a week. Here's the thing: if you play PvE server, guys, you're chilling. Like, your raid spec. If you're PvE raid spec, if you play PvE server, your raid spec, you walk around with PvE consumables, your bar is organized for PvE, everything is good, right? You don't have to worry about it. And then when it's time to PvP, you can actually respec, shift all your binds around, do your other action bars, and you're fully set up. Maybe you bank some of the stuff in your bag, you pull out different consumables, you know, because you don't even need Soul Shatter on your bars when you PvP. You don't need a bunch of stuff that you need in PvE, like no Curse of Doom, none of that stuff. PvE specs to play, man. I mean, PvE servers to play. Playing on a PvE server is so lame. On a PvE server, you never feel safe in the open world. It's dope. But what if you're just walking around raid spec all the time? I guess that's my question to you. What if you're raid spec and you just get gobbled up? What's up, Chad? Much love. Hey, what's up, Travis? How you doing? How do you not get stream sniped on a PvE server? You do get stream sniped. And if you're walking around in raid spec, because for all intents and purposes, in reality, you have to. Like, you can't just be PvP spec all the time. Do you know if we would be able to transfer characters on a TBC server like a HC60 on a small server? Well, all the servers are going to become TBC servers, so you're going to be able to choose if you want to keep your character going in Classic or TBC, or clone him so you can play him in both. Yeah, on a PvE server, you're chilling. You will have Horde and Alliance contesting over spawns without being able to hold a spawn down. That's true, too. All I'm saying is that more so in TBC than even in Classic, your action bar, your talents, everything is totally different for PvE and PvP. So I can't imagine a world, I guess I can't imagine it because I'm playing on Whiterun right now, where you have to have an action bar and UI and everything that's like a mixture of both. It feels really bad, to me at least. I think most people play PvP server because they feel like they could miss on some kind of experience the game has to offer, which is World PvP. Anyway, everything is going good though. This dungeon cleave, Seed. If anybody wants to ask me what the best reason to play Warlock is in TBC, this may be a lame answer, but Seed of Corruption. Seed of Corruption, 1,000,000 times over. One of the coolest spells in the entire game. It does insane damage. It's so fun to use. Seed of Corruption, man. It's addicting. Seed was awesome. Oh, what's up, Hammer? Good to see you, man. Releasing our seeds together in Kara last night was a blast, my brother. Oh, what's up, Piz? Good to see you. Yeah, Kara was fun, man. I'm excited for Friday's raid as well. On a PvE server, you can always toggle PvP on if you want to bait others into a little skirm. No, absolutely. And I don't know. I just feel like you're more organized, you're more calm, you're more collected on a PvE server. Your binds, your bars, your bags, everything is good. And then when it's time to PvP, it's like fighting somebody in a boxing ring versus fighting them on the street. You know, World PvP is like you're just fighting on the streets, and it's just as savage and as it gets, right? You're going to the dentist office, and somebody just like, okay, or you're sick, you're going to the, I don't know, man. You get my point. I'm happy we're playing on a PvE server. Brings out the worst in me, I'll tell you that. There are times on a PvP server where you kill somebody and you kind of chuckle a little bit, but you kind of feel dirty about it. And I don't know. I'm on a PvP server, but I want to switch, but I'm pretty poor. True. Is there any VOD of Carry yesterday? On Winky's channel there might be. He was streaming it. And any Endless streaming today? Nah, man. I think their big bandwave went out. People have been DMing me about it past couple days. The dream is dead there. They started striking people. Yeah. On retail, you can just swap between PvE and PvP. No more choosing it with your realm. Can you explain drain tank rotation? What, in Classic or TBC? I mean, pretty much you just throw up dots and drain tank and drain, man. That's it. I mean, you want to ideally have your pet. It depends on what pet you have out. Drain tanking is just spamming drain life when something's hitting you, and you have this spell right here, so you get pushback resistance, so you can sustain a lot more. So if you know, tell you what though, that Felguard pumps. I tried pretty much every Warlock spec now, guys. Okay, except for Affliction and Raids. I haven't tried Affliction and Raids yet, but all that stuff is fresh in my mind. If there's any Warlock mains out here that are like concerned about DBC, if they want to know about the specs, yo, it's so fresh in my mind right now. Just with regard to itemization, how the abilities work, Fire Destro. I didn't really understand Fire Destro until recently. You know, if you're Fire Destro, guys, you're actually spamming fire spells. Like you are not shadow bolting. A lot of you didn't know that, right? If you're fire thestro, you literally don't shadow bolt. It's weird. You know, you're incinerating. That's your. It's a whole nother animal. Also, there's just so much gear in TBC, guys. There's so many greens and blues and stuff that just have massive spell power rolls on them. It's kind of similar in Classic. Did everyone get banned? A lot of people got banned, yeah. Like maybe over 20 channels. Did you hit 70 on Endless? Yeah, we hit 70 on Endless. We went to Kargoz yesterday. We were pumping, man. It's so much fun. The way they do their server is they do it pretty smart, man. Explain what happened with the ban thing. It's a private server. Blizzard owns the game. It's their intellectual property. It's within their right to just strike anybody at any time. Even if they weren't streaming private servers, if they just wanted to shut somebody down, they could. It's their game, man. So it is what it is. But my whole thing on it is, I feel like, imagine if you owned World of Warcraft. At a certain point, something becomes bigger than one person or one company or one whatever. If it becomes big enough and popular enough, you set it free, you know? You set it free. And it's kind of cool. It's interesting where you could have a game here where, you know, the community has the leverage to spin up servers, and if they're lacking Blizzard support on something, like if Blizzard's just radio silent, like they can kind of do it themselves. Make servers, make game modes, customize it, sandbox it, almost like it's Minecraft or something, you know, whatever kind of sandbox you're thinking of. But, you know, that also is talking about the seasonal mentality with World of Warcraft. That's what I love about it. The excitement, the fresh is unparalleled. It's so much fun. It was actually some of the best times I ever had in playing WoW on this recent server, 8x with the boys. We went 1 to 70 in one play session. Yeah, we were tired. Yeah, we were frustrated. We got a little whiny with each other a couple times, but at the end of the day, it was so much fun. And it's kind of a bummer we won't have that for TBC. For the real one, you know? Let's see. If they don't enforce their intellectual properties, they can risk their rights to it. They can risk the rights to it? Oh. Having conflagrate? Oh yeah, conflagrate's pretty fun. Use right at the very end. It's still something you only use when you're really like moving or right when the mob is about to die. Use conflag. Conflag's pretty fun though. Hey man, I was wondering if you're planning a deep dive around Priest. This week it's coming. Yep. Do private servers have any subscriptions? No, no subscriptions. Private servers are more of a hardcore gamer thing. All the TBC indies came over and made it too popular. A hardcore gamer thing. Did you clear all of Kara last night? Nah, it reset. We got in there for a little bit. We only had a few hours to do Karazhan, and then there was some issue where the trash kept respawning on us almost instantly, like almost less than 5 minutes. The trash would respawn. So we kept killing the horses to the huntsman guy, and the horses just kept respawning. So if you pull him and the horses are up, they all pull. So we had to keep clearing the trash, and they kept spawning on top of us. But it was kind of good because we got epics. We got a good amount of epics, maybe like 3-4 epics dropped. So we lost some time there, but we killed him, and then pretty much the raid reset. So we're gonna hit it again on Friday. So fun though. You guys are gonna love it. The music, the vibe in Karazhan, unprecedented. But why are people okay with non-Blizz like P servers, but are mad about the 58 boost? People are mad about the 58 boost for a couple different reasons. And we've kind of beaten that horse to death, right? I've said my piece on it. A lot of people are hashtag stop the boost right now. You know, just kind of devalues. I mean, okay. If I could selfishly just like run World of Warcraft, these are the things that I would do. I would completely permaban both software and hardware multiboxing. I would say if you ever get caught buying gold, you're permabanned forever from all Blizzard services. Multiboxing, you can't log into 2 accounts at the same time. So people could get around it, but at least in theory, like it's against the rules of the game. You know, all these things, and just try to like pump the value up of a max level character again, to make gold worth more, to make all these things worth more. But yeah, I don't know. The 58 boost, the reason why that ties in with 58 boost is the 58 boost, we're sort of already in a scuffed meta. People just say, oh, what's the point of a 58 boost? It's all good, you know, mages just boost everyone up anyway. But I'm saying it didn't have to be that way, right? If Blizzard jumped on it and said 58, you know, mages boosting people up, 400 pulls in Maradon, that can still be a thing, but let's nerf the XP on it. Maybe like if you have a max level in the group, you get, you know, a sliver of the XP. if you have a max level. You know, it's like don't hate the player, hate the game. Like you don't hate the people multi-boxing or doing the mage boosts. They're just making the most out of the, you know, they're just making lemonade out of the lemons. But Blizzard's got to set the meta in a way that it's, you know, the most efficient way to play is also going to be in the community's best interest, ideally. So anyway, Luce is helping me recruit old friends who have kids and can't do the grind, but it still feels bad. Let me tell you, man. Fresh though, true fresh is so exciting. And anybody in the chat who was playing on that endless server the other day knows what I'm talking about. It's fresh in their mind. The excitement of everybody spawning new characters, new community, new server. Everybody's broke. Everybody has no gear. Nobody has an advantage. That's why I would love to see cycles of WoW servers with like leaderboards. Kind of take a page out of Diablo's book. Server runs for 3 months. How far can you get? How well can the guilds do? Here's a leaderboard. You know, especially if you're a PvEer. You know, if you're a PvPer, the whole competitive aspect of it is laid out for you. There's titles, there's MMR, there's rating systems and stuff that you can point to, all that. But especially if you're into PvE and rating and dungeons and leveling and all the PvE side of things, if you're killing robots, I feel like you would want a cyclical kind of seasonal World of Warcraft. Because then it's taking all that skills that you have, all that experience you have, rolling multiple characters on a multiple servers over the years and turning it into something, you know? Turning it into something like repeatable as opposed to just still takes way more time to get boosted by a mage than it does to whip out your credit card and buy a boost. Yeah, and even if so, I mean, we leveled on an 8 it was an 8x server on Endless, right? You still put some time in, and even if it is like super accelerated, the rate you get XP, you still build a bit of an attachment to your character. It's different from just printing out a 58, but you know, classic PvE is too easy, mate. But yeah, you know what's not too easy though? Other human beings. That's what I'm saying. That's why you need that cyclical thing. The PvE itself might be easy in your mind, but if you're competing to do the PvE against other people, then it makes it spicy. It makes it as spicy as you want it to be. You know? This sounds like such a missed opportunity for Blizzard to hype everything. Why not seasons like in PoE? Yeah, I don't think Blizzard sees WoW as a seasonal thing. I'm not exactly sure why. Like, sometimes I feel like I drink too much Kool-Aid and I'm in my own bubble. Right? That very well could be the case. For whatever it's worth, I'm just sharing what's on my mind, you know? But, they don't see it as a seasonal thing, right? They just see it as, what's the opposite of seasonal? Like, they see it as a permanent thing. Like a permanent universe. You create your character never dies. Your character never goes away. Your character just keeps getting stronger indefinitely, perpetually, until you're one-shotting planets. I'm not sure what the opposite of seasonal is, but it feels like Blizzard is treating WoW Classic and anything ancillary to it as a short-term opportunity. Yeah, I mean, I'm here for a long time, not a good time. Like I said, I love this game. I'll be playing this game for a while. Love the music, love the community, love a lot of aspects of it, you know? So even if this TBC round of servers isn't as good as it could have been, there's a lot of things that could have been improved with Classic, right? I'll catch the next one, man. When they do Classic Fresh, I'll roll there. That's kind of against the point of PvE. It becomes a PvP race of PvE content, but everything is always PvP though, right? Like, would you play World of Warcraft if it was just your own PTR and it was just you solo on the server? Some people would. I would, like if I was on a flight or something. I actually did that on the past. I would just like level up on my own little like Mangos repack on like a laptop, 10,000 feet in the air. But even if you're into PvE, you're still kind of into PvP. It's just a different type. You're looking at the other guilds. You're saying, oh, people are sniping each other's draft picks. People are, saying, oh, who got server first this? Who got server first that? Look at this guy's damage on this. What build is this guy going? What spec is this guy going? Oh, look at this guy's, You're always pointing at other people. It's social, Because it's an MMO, it shouldn't be seasonal. MMO is all about the long-term investment in your tune. Is it, though? That might be... It's all about the long term, but the thing is, life is a means to, everything's a means to an end, right? The purple pixels don't matter if nobody's playing on the server. You have full BIS. I literally type this. I type .add money, modify money, 50,000, 500,000, and I have a bunch of gold. Doesn't matter if it's not, I play single player games to enjoy story and gameplay. Don't really compete with anyone, just enjoying the ride. And that's another vibe too. For sure, just single player, but an MMO is multiplayer. No, that I'm done with that, Yude. You know what would be truly interesting? Letting the community mod the Classic World and host their own servers. Bro, that's what I'm saying. That was the most interesting thing that I heard about Classic Plus. People are saying Classic Plus. How would Blizzard do Classic Plus? Yo, Nindo, thank you so much for the Prime, my friend. I appreciate it, my friend. 7 months of support. You'll love to see it. The most interesting take I ever heard about Classic Plus to prevent Blizzard from scuffing it would be, like what we said, if you love something, let it free. You know, if it comes back like a butterfly, whatever they say. If you just let the community make their own servers, you gave them the tools, you empowered them, just kind of like with StarCraft or Warcraft 3 or whatever, you know, people made different custom games. Remember back in the day, some people made a StarCraft MMO in the StarCraft 2 custom game thing. Anybody remember that? It'd be kind of cool where people could make their own servers, and everybody has a different vision for the game, baby. They could execute on that vision, and it would either flop or it would succeed, and, you know, I'm not saying, I don't know how realistic that is, and it'll pretty much never ever happen in a million years, but it would be interesting, you know. And then, you know, there could be an 8x server, there could be an arena server, there could be a server where when you die, like, everything drops on your character. You would still run the OG true pure servers, original values, original everything, right? But it would almost be like custom servers or private. I mean, it's basically like a supported private server sort of feeling. Yo, Ame, yo, good to see you, Ame. It was nice playing with you yesterday, man. World of StarCraft got taken down pretty quickly, though. Was that what it was called? I think we'll get TBC this year. Oh, yeah. I think we're getting TBC this year, right, boys? Yep. TBC this year. Who knows exactly when we're getting D2R this year as well. Sure, you can modify the game to give yourself a bunch of gold, but a lot of fun comes in limiting yourself. Hardcore is a good example of that. Absolutely. I love the hardcore mode. I mean, for me, I've said it before on stream, I'll say it again. I'm like very dysfunctional. It's actually very dysfunctional to be like this. I don't even know if I like this characteristic in myself, but some of you might share this attribute where you're too like extreme. Like you're either just the light switch is on or the light switch is off. And in life you go far if you have like a good work-life balance or anything like that. Yeah, that doesn't exist for me. Never has, never will. I think I'm kind of doomed in that respect. Like you either just go super hard or something, or you kind of do the opposite. Like, so for me, it's like, you know, we're playing the game, we're caring about the world, we're pumping, or you're like immune to it and you play hardcore, you know, or it's like, even in real life, an example would be like, oh, you're like super into fitness, nutrition, the gym, you're literally only spamming quest bar, quest chip, you know, spamming whey isolate all day, 2 grams protein per pound of body weight, or you're just eating Funyuns. You know, it's like, I don't know. Same way, go hard or go home, yeah, man. I don't know. It's probably a bad thing, though, honestly. Thankfully, I have my wife to keep me alive. Beta very soon, honestly. That's what I heard. Bro, it was tons of fun while we weren't wiping in Black Mirage. Yeah, we wiped quite a few times. Yo, Ame, you gotta try the heroics on that server. They're disgustingly overtuned. Winky and all them were having fun. I guess it was fun wiping over and over again. The mechanics are overtuned in the heroics, so if you eat... Like, you know, slave pens? What's the name of the boss in slave pens? He looks like a Draenei and he walks up and down the ramp. He puts a totem. He puts some totems down. He's like the first boss of slave pens. That guy's a joke on normal. On heroic, any totem, if it hits you even for 1 little millisecond, insta-dead. Insta-dead, like, you're 10k. 10k damage popped. They overtuned it like crazy. S-Fan was saying beta in June, July. You think it'll be sooner than that? Beta in June, July? I mean, honestly, S-Fan is in the cool kids club. You know they have this, guys. I'm gonna be 100% real with you guys. I'm not hiding anything from you. To be honest, I'll tell you. There is like a super secret friends and family type Discord that exists with the top content creators. I am not in there. I am not in there. The Blizzard CMs are there. The cool kids are there. The people who are the couple pay grades higher than me are in there. They chill, they kick it. You know, these people are in that bracket, so they know, man. They know. I don't know. I pretty much know as much as you guys know. So if yeah, it's possible. Are you streaming BC today or too risky? No, I'll get banned instantly. I think I'll get hit with the hammer instantaneously if I do. Sony, sorry, he said pre-patch in June, July. Oh, pre-patch in June, July. If pre-patch is in June, July, then we're not getting TBC for a while. Right, because pre-patch, beta, like, all we have to go through all that stuff before we get TBC. Please, please, please get a Shadow Priest main Theorycrafter Big Brain 400 IQ Specialist on the Priest Deep Dive. Will do. We have a really big brain Shadow Priest already. We're looking for a really big brain Holy Priest as well, and we're doing it this week. Crix is hunting for a Holy Priest. A good one. What'd you get banned from? Yeah, Twitch, YouTube, whatever. Are you surprised about the Twitch bans? Nah, we knew. I mean, I don't know. You always, you know the risk a little bit. You would just think Blizzard maybe like turned a leaf and was like, it's okay. Like they're building hype for the game. It's probably a good thing, you know. Like let's just not tell our legal team. Like they're chilling. Like it's only a few, you know, couple K TBC Andes having fun on the server preparing. Like just let them have their fun, right? But nah, nope. Hit them with the hammer. So, but yeah, I mean, nobody's. I mean, honestly, I'm not even mad. I'm actually. That was a pretty merciful move by Blizzard because I think Blizzard can permaban people. I think they have that power to. Like maybe they could just forgo the strike system. Everybody who got banned is kind of just like, you know what? 48 hours. Appreciate it, Blizzard. Good looking out. Like it's a slap on the wrist. It's like it's like them signaling you. Don't do that. So then you can chill, and you know, alright, I guess we're not cool like that. We'll just not stream it anymore. Yeah, I avoided the ban, I didn't get banned. I think Kargoz been playing Kasiki, hit 22 and 23 on 4 characters. I don't have any friends to play with. What's Cal S? What is that, man? Thoth, I'm not sure what that is, bro. It's too bad if Blizzard thinks that the group is representative of the community. Truly, you, my guy, are the man of the people. IMO. I appreciate it, Jackson. I try to be. I don't really think it strengthens your brand to be in like the cool kids club with Blizzard. Like I almost feel like it's almost like a separation between church and state a little bit. I don't know if that's the right analogy, but like you know how when like companies become with the government as well or something, you know how they vertically integrate. It's almost like in order to trust, like my opinion about TBC or whatever game, you can't be too close to the publisher. Like you kind of like stay arm's length a little bit, you know. So, because then people are gonna think, you know, you're just in their back pocket or something. Why not at all just reroll on a low pop PvE server? Oh, some people are doing that. Yeah, some people are doing that, man. I wish them the best. Some people are doing that in the chat right here. Who's doing that? You heard about that? There are people are making like an artificial fresh. Blizzard doesn't want to support it. They're just doing their own thing, man. Yeah, they did a 2-day ban for the P server folks, yeah. Let me see. Sorry, Kargoz, fucking trash as fuck. I hope it's Gucci. Oh, no problem, man. What server are you playing on, though, Thoth? You playing on Bloodcell? Yeah, this is hardcore. If I die, I delete my character. Yep. Is anyone still streaming it? Few people are risking it for the biscuit, you know, but they're on the smaller end. What's an artificial fresh? They're pretty much choosing like a really low pop server, and just rolling on it. A bunch of people rolling on it, and they're just like kind of coming up with the gentleman's agreement. We're all gonna start at level 1 and pretend like it's fresh together. I wish them the best, man. Did you quit TBC Endless? No, man, we're still running the guild. We're raiding on Friday again, going back into Karazhan. If anything, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I love Classic WoW so much, but like, I wish I could be playing TBC right now. I'm here for you guys, just talking with you guys, because I dropped out the map for a couple days, right? It's just because we've been pushing on Endless, you know, trying to get into Kara, trying to build the guild out, trying to get gear. TBC is so much fun. You guys are gonna love it. Such a great game. The music, the zones, so many more quality of life features, guild bank, longer buffs, just the talents, seed of corruption, all the classes, the specs, they just feel so good. I can't wait. It's gonna be great, man. Is dungeon spamming the only way to go for 60 to 70? It's not the only way to go, but it's gonna be my way to go. And you would think, did anybody watch that stream we did the other day when we leveled 1 to 70 one play session? You saw us bitching at each other, right? We were bitching at each other. It was tense. It was awkward. We got through it though. We're all boys still. Like, you have to go into it with the right people. But we're all cool now. We're doing dungeons and we're full steam ahead for TBC. and it makes you stronger. Like, honestly, you get to see what everyone's like deficiencies are, what they're good at, what they're bad at. You know, who's gonna be like high speed, who's gonna be low speed in different types of situations. It's just, but at the end of the day, like doing the 5-man dungeon, it's the play. It's just the play, because we saw people who hit the 70 before us, and we were some of the first to hit the 70 though. Even in a 5-man group, even though we were questing and it was kind of vicious sometimes, we're still some of the first to hit the 70. They're looking for tanks on a server. Like, they're literally saying, yo, 100 gold Shadow Labs tank, please. Like, this guy was spamming in world chat saying, like, I will suck you, 100 gold. Like, I know it's kind of awkward to say that, but that's what he was spamming, and people were struggling trying to find tanks. So if you have a 5-man group, it's big plays. It's the number one thing you can do to set yourself up for success in TBC, to just have a full dungeon squad. And it's extremely fun. You feel zero FOMO or anything. TBC is literally Classic Plus. They really improved upon the game. Yeah, it's super fun. You guys stuck it out, rallied up, and still boys. Absolutely, yeah, we're still boys. I mean, just a little bit of drama here and there. I mean, we're 5 grown-ass men just playing with each other for like 24 hours straight. You're gonna bicker and stuff, but we're all good now. Is Wrath as good as TBC? IMO, it's still a great expansion, but like classic TBC S tier, Wrath would be like down 1 tier from that, A tier, whatever. Yo, Crix, good to see you, man. Did Crix get banned? 48, he took a 48. Gotta be careful with the good perma. Yeah, everybody's showing out with it though. Most people at least. Where the hell is your stream on the 8x server? Yeah, it's GG, man. GG. How come that? Yeah, it's yo, Chris. It's all yeah. But they pretty much did a big ban wave. That's why, man. I watched that murmur progression. Was like 10 wipes with y'all. Did it? Apparently, I'm not sure. I'm not just coping. If there's probably some people who are playing it endless in here in the chat as well. Like, they overtune the dungeons a bit. A lot of people are struggling on murmur. Like, there's barely anybody attuned to Kara. Like, we had to like help people through it. But yeah, murmur is pretty tough. I was testing out Dungeon Cleave talents for a Warlock, and I noticed that full Destro over Felguard and average DPS name, because you can begin to use Shadow Fury and stuns in an AoE are good, really only if you have a geared lock. It could be the case, Gilroth. It could be the case. The thing is, like, you really have to commit to the Dungeon Cleave at that point if you're going to go Destro with Shadow Fury. I think it could be the play, though, 100%, until you get Seed, because you get Seed at 70. Destro with that could be really good. But a lot of the times okay, this is my thing, Gilrath, though. In order to make that work, were you going to go full Zug with Shadow Fury and like Hellfires and all that? You're going to need to know the pulls and practice the pulls so that you pull like 10 mobs and kill them all. Probably 10 is probably the sweet spot, because if you're not, that spec is going to be worse for just killing like 3 mobs, you know, or something. Which if you're just doing a dungeon naturally but fast, you're killing, you know, like 3-4 mobs at a time or something, like just 1 pack. You know, and then the Felguard in that situation is pumping. We have Cleave and I don't know, but I feel you. 2 Destro locks with Shadow Fury could be the play. You just have to pull big, like so big, and you know you need sappers and. Go full Destro, sacked, and suck. I don't have a max on Classic Lab. Would you say I should prioritize that over practicing TBC Endless? You could just boost, but yeah, I would prioritize that. You're gonna need a lot of gold. TBC is very expensive. It's very expensive, guys. Honestly, 20k. You should probably try to get 20k for it. There's a lot of consumes, and at least on a fresh server, they're gonna be expensive. Like right now, they're so expensive on Endless, man. You need elixirs. You need. I mean, they might be cheaper relative to Classic. I don't know. All I know is people are struggling on gold. And people can't afford their consume food. I mean, it's only like day 3. So maybe it'll get better. But, I would have a lot of gold. If you can. Are you planning on playing a BB Horde side in TBC? Yeah. Yep, we're starting a guild hype. PvE server. It's going to be chill. Like, we're gonna be kind of a sweaty guild, right? But we're gonna be on a chill PvE server and stuff, so it's gonna be a different vibe. A lot of good people, a lot of content creators there. Love them or hate them. We'll be doing fun like community event type stuff, like hardcore cups, things like that. So, you know, people be making fun of us, but I guarantee you we're gonna be having a lot of fun. You know, and people know you can't really hate on that. If people are having a lot of fun on a server, you know, you can shit on, you can meme about it all day, but we're gonna be too busy having fun to care what the haters think because we're playing on PvE server, right? I'll tell you right now, TBC is so fun. What are the best classic consumes to invest in now and sell after TBC launch? There's a bunch of them.
Listened to one of your older videos yesterday. Love the.
Yo, Mark, thanks for the 5. Which video was it? Good to see you. TBC consumes swiftness pot, especially if you're gonna try to pump in the dungeons. Like Grace is a prop pally right now, but because we leveled all 8x, nobody had professions, right? So he doesn't have NG. There's no like swiftness pots on the auction house. The 100% swiftness pot. Bombs are gonna be huge for the dungeon runs. I think FAPs are still unaffected as well. FAPs would be pretty good, but I don't know. Like we wouldn't have used a FAP at all. Yes, he has freedom and stuff. The people always say elixir of demon slaying, all these things. All I'm saying, if you're gonna pump and do a dungeon cleave group, you guys should have engineering, man, and lots of swiftness spots. Is there a reason your lock dances while wanding? It's just baked into the wand. My shoot macro, just a slash dance. On Hoarder, you won't have freedom early on though. Well, you'll have a pally. Hopefully, that's another thing. When the pre-patch comes, if you're gonna do a dungeon group, try to get one of your people to boost up a pally real quick. Also, if there's any warlock mains in here, you might think the threat gets better for TBC because you have Soul Shatter. In a sense it does, because you have a little bit more control of it. You're not just screwed if you're super high on the threat. You're not just like sitting there wanding. You can Soul Shatter, but your threat is still pretty awful. You're a pretty damn threat cat. I don't know if maybe when the tanks get better gear, but it's a big issue. You have Salve though, which helps on the Horde side. Why did you take engineering on the dungeon cleave? Just for the bombs, man. For the bombs, and especially as the tank. I don't think any tank can really set up big pulls in TBC unless you have some kind of speed boost. Druids have no speed boost. I guess you could go like cat form for a second and sprint around, but you're gonna need to wait to like tag 3-4 packs, quickly and efficiently, and then get them all to a stack point. You could use a hunter with a misdirect if you're gonna run hunter or something. But like, you know, Graze is a prop pally, which is pretty much the best tank for dungeons, and he just has mana tap and frisbee. It's not great. He can pull like 2 packs maybe, and the mobs do a lot of damage. So, do you think Blizz would cease and desist endless server? They probably could try. They're probably doing it right now, honestly. Yeah, they could go down at any point. Never know. At least Bear Swipe gets his true buff. What's the true buff of Bear Swipe? Where's this guy playing? He's on Blood Sale, so this is the actual server we're playing on TBC, and I'm hoping to get this guy up to 60. If I can, then I can use my boost on a different character, you know? Maybe a hunter. It gets better because in raids you have both Salve and Soothing Wind Totem. True. The threat reduction totem, we didn't run that though. You kind of want the spell power one. You kind of want to greed out and get the spell power one, but I feel you. Maybe the threat one's better if you're having massive threat issues. Because shamans gives like 130 spell power or something with their totem. It's insane. Every dungeon's gonna have a druid or a hunter. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed by Prot Pally though. I think as a warlock, you pretty much play with the Prot Pally at all times in a dungeon. Have you seen the item restoration mechanic people are planning to use in order to gain 60 to 62 in 15 minutes? No, I haven't, Josiah. What is that? Item restoration mechanic to get 60 to 62 in 15 minutes. This is extremely intriguing. Have you noticed a slight input delay on spells and endless compared to classic servers? No, I haven't. Maybe because I'm a caster though. Maybe melee would feel it more. It's been feeling pretty good to me. Do you know if you can switch between Goblin and Gnomish easier in TBC? Yeah, no idea, man. I'm not sure. It's probably the same if I had to guess. How often do you use Searing Pain as Destro? Not that much. You'd use it if a mob is really low on health and, like, you know, you can't get a Searing Pain, you can't get a Shadow Bolt off or Incinerate off, but there's other stuff that you can kind of do. Because you'll have Conflag, you'll also have Shadow Burn right at the very end. So you'd use it a little bit. Actually, Searing Pain you do still use, though. A lot of times, like, let's just say there's a couple, like, little munchkin mobs that have a little bit of health and you have to kill them quick. Like a little grub spawns or something. How are you going to kill that? It doesn't feel worth it to crank up a Shadow Bolt. It's overkill. So sometimes you just spam, like, 2 Searing Pains and kill them. Like, I was doing Black Morass yesterday and the little ads come out in Black Morass. And they don't have that much health, you know, but it doesn't feel worth putting a dot on them, so you just Searing Pain them a couple times. Like, Searing Pain Shadow Burn kills them. Warlock is like butter, though, in TBC. It feels so damn good. The item restoration thing? Yeah, let's see what he says about that. Put this in the YouTube chat, but in case anyone missed it, not an ad, just excited. Kargoz, have you heard of the Fresh Crusade? I've heard of it. Yeah, we were talking about it, man. Fresh Crusade. EU community run fresh roll on a dead server on Friday. Over 9K signed up on Discord. So I did a poll on my YouTube. There's about 5K votes on it. I mean, I know that's not much. Maybe we could get some of the bigger guys to do it. Over 70% of the people who voted out of the 5K votes wanted Fresh. Whether or not they were going to main on it or not, they wanted Fresh. So I don't really buy it. The fact that the way Blizzard like doesn't talk about Fresh, it's almost like that there's no community. Like they think that there's some people who want Fresh, but it's so small of an amount of people that it's not worth it. That's how it feels. They're like, I know some people want Fresh. These guys are just like weird hardcore players, you know, like, you know, that's not the majority of the player base. They're just this vocal little people spamming Fresh in all caps with the space in between each character. But I'm telling you, man, I think that a lot of people want Fresh, whether they're going to play on it or not.
As always, appreciate the stream, brother.
I don't know, man. They really should just make some Fresh.
Our Fury was truly as bad as people are saying.
They really
I've
should
seen
just make
some
Fresh,
vids
right?
of people saying they're still great.
Hey, what's up, Corey? Thank you so much for the $5, my friend. So I was dooming and glooming on Fury Warriors. I did this Warrior Deep Dive. I was asking about them. PvP, you don't really touch them at all because you don't run Mortal Strike. You don't have Mortal Strike. Healers can just heal through the damage. You hear, you know, that they have no utility. You hear these things. So I was dooming on them for weeks and weeks. People were asking me about what's the most useful spec in TBC. It's Fury. It still probably is Fury, but the redeeming thing about Fury is I was watching Crix the other day. He was progging through Sunwell, and they were doing what's that guy's name? Muru. Anyway, I was watching him just kill the first bosses of Sunwell, which is the last raid. The Fury Warrior was pumping. It was higher than the Warlock. I was asking Crix, man, why are these melee why are these melee, you know, why are they crushing you, man? I was joking with him a little bit, and he was saying Fury Warriors pump, like T6 and beyond, they start to actually do like significant amounts of damage and do more damage than arms. The thing is, though, the arms utility will probably, I have a hard time believing that the extra damage you put out is Fury, though. How could that ever be better than giving 4% to the hunters, man? I don't know. But they do a lot of damage later. Maybe you would run an arms and a Fury. Maybe run an arms and a Fury if you run a 2 warriors, because melee starts to do better later. Then it'd be fine. Then you get the best of both worlds. But yeah, man, I saw Fury pumping in like Sunwell. It's kind of insane. What is the meta for tanking TBC? I mean, like the super quick meta for tanking TBC that you hear is if you're gonna progress through new content, hard content for your guild, stuff that you never killed before, you put a warrior on it. A warrior or a druid, but mainly a warrior, because warrior, like, it's just a generalization, just takes the least damage. And their threat isn't as good as like a druid, or maybe even a pally. And I was talking to Dustbone about this yesterday because he's playing Arshama on the Endless, and he was saying he did a couple runs with the warrior tank because he was playing by himself for a minute, and he was saying that the threat was worse and all this stuff was worse, but the warrior was taking no damage. So that's, I feel like that's warrior's forte. They just take the least damage, right? They just have the smoothest damage, the least damage. And then for AoE, like it's Pallies. Pallies just murder the AoE tanking game. They're just so nasty. And Druids are kind of just big, like, they just have the highest health pool, highest armor. They dodge, that's kind of like their main avoidance thing. They're like an in-between. Yo, NJ Thurston, thank you so much for the 5 tier 1 subs to the community, my friend. It's very nice of you. Giving everybody the blessed run emotes. Appreciate it, brother. How we doing, NJ? You excited for TBC, man? Druids are insane later in the expansions, aren't they? Yeah, apparently they get better. You know, they scale the best out of all the tanks. It's just another little nugget you hear a lot. Druids become untouchable in Sunwell. Yeah. Are warrior main tanks like the QB1 quarterback in football? I don't know what that means. I should know that. I feel like I knew what that meant once upon a time. But yeah, like warrior's like the main progression tank. Like you don't really like you almost. The thing is though, in a 25-man raid you have one of each, so it's not like you have to choose one over the other necessarily. You just have all three, and then you just use one for different jobs, you know. What region did you play on? I just switched to US. Yeah, we play US. We're playing on Bloodsail Buccaneers for the real thing. Starting a guild. Holy. Here's the item restoration method. Okay, let's hear it. Did you respec the Warlock? I don't siphon life on there anymore. What's the current spec? Oh, this guy's Soul Link. Yeah, it's kind of the safe, and it's just the safest build possible. I'm using Void, the double sack, the FL Dom. We're just the comfy, make it to 60, don't die, play this guy in TBC spec. No siphon, no succubus out. I could use the succubus though, because the Master Demonologist buff with succubus is 10% damage. So you can still be SL and then still retain a bit of your offensive potential if you use the succubus, but I'm just being super safe. We're chilling, talking about TBC. Can I get the method? We're waiting for it. Did you manage to get 70 in one run? Yeah, we did. Yep, 71 play session. It was exhausting. It was a lot of fun though. Warrior Fortes, they have defensive cooldowns? Yep, that too. Yep, pretty much, because Druids don't really have defensive cooldowns either, right? I mean, they have Frenzied Regen, but that's not doing much in a raid, really. It heals you a bit. But when you use Frenzied Regen, you can't really use any other ability for a long while, because at first you can, but then it just keeps draining you of your rage, because it just keeps ticking, and then you just keep losing rage, losing rage, losing rage. So they don't really have any defensives. Druid as well. Bark Skin, I guess. But you can't Bark Skin in bear form, right? Maybe you can in TBC, I forgot. I played a Druid on Endless one, I already forgot though. Left after you did Ring of Blood. Yeah, Ring of Blood didn't give too much XP on that. I think they nerfed it. Oh, we said you would send you the item resto method on Discord? Ooh. Let's see. Not yet. TBC Bark Skin is so improved. Part 1 with item restoration system on the Battle.net website, we figured out that you can complete a quest that requires you to loot 10 items, delete those quest items, abandon the quest, then restore them. So what quest? It would have to, you could use it for a repeatable quest. Let's see. This is part 1. Interesting. You guys playing tonight? Yeah, man, I'm playing tonight for sure. I just want to catch up with you guys. I'm still here. People thought, man, I didn't stream for like 2 days. People thought I died. Nah, man, we're just trying to push through Karazhan, play, and preparing for TBC. Like, I'm playing this guy, just talking to TBC, about TBC with you guys, preparing for TBC. Trying to get this guy up there. Opinion on Holy Pally? Holy Pally. I don't really have an opinion on Holy Valley. I wish I had more experience playing with them. I didn't really play with any in a dungeon. We didn't have one in the raid yesterday. I want to say that, I mean, the Pally utility is just strong, right? Like you have Salve. There's a couple. So the buffs, the Pally blessings are buffed in TBC, right? In the sense that like Might is better in TBC, right? Because you can give it to hunters. You can like hunters get RIP from it. Pets are pumping, and the pets are more impactful in TBC. You know, Might relative to how the other classes work and stuff is better. So like, you know, Blessing and Might pumps, man. I'm telling you, like basically the Pally blessings are really good. You have Might, Wisdom, Salvation, Sanctuary, it all does good stuff. So Pallies are great. You know, the Judgment of Wisdom is probably the #1 PC utility they put to the raid. But I don't know if the Holy Pally judges that. That might be the Ret Pally or the Prot Pally judges that.
Fresh meat.
30-minute buff timer. It's 10 minutes, right? It's 10 minutes. You're saying, I think the greater one is 30 minutes though. Yeah. But the basic buff is 10 minutes, which is really nice. I'm starting fresh with my buddy for TBC Classic. Any advice how I can make enough gold to have a flying mount by 70? By 70? I don't think you're gonna have one by 70 if you're starting fresh. Let's see. What have I learned from this fresh? What have I learned? Let's see. Unidentified plant parts. There's probably a few people that'll become robber barons off the unidentified plant parts. Coil Fang armaments, you can sell these things for rep, especially early on the server. What I saw people doing is they went into the zone and they were typing in general chat, where to buy unidentified plant parts, 1 gold each. Or maybe they said 1.5 gold each. And while you're leveling, that's a lot of gold, you know, like they're pretty aggressive with the prices, you know, like they weren't cheaping out saying 25 silver. They're buying it for 1-2 gold. And then you control that market, you know, people need those. So you buy them all, then you can sell them for like 5 gold each or something on the auction house later. And if you move quick and fast, you know, you can make money off that, but that's a little bit inconsistent. You can sell a lot of the old world materials, hang on to them. That's one tip since you're starting fresh. Hang on to Rune Cloth. Rune Cloth is selling for like 20 gold a stack on Endless, but Endless is 8x, the whole meta is like different on there, it's gonna be weird, but yeah, and people are gonna have so much items for real classic DBC. I really don't know, man. I mean, one general tip is that don't do a lot of the quests till you hit 70 because you get bonus gold from them. So apparently, if you do all the quests in Outlands, it's like 4.5k gold. Yeah, there you go. If you do every single quest, especially if you're level 70 already, you get like 4.5k gold. You do every quest, like Netherstorm quests, everything. SMV quests. Did you die on this character? No, never died, man. We're playing the hardcore challenge. Every dungeon's gonna have a druid or a hunter. Not ours. We're doing this amazing spell cleave comp. Double lock for the double seed, which is the nastiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It's so glorious. We have double warlock, mage, shaman, pally tank. Wouldn't have it any other way. Hope you got some good rest. Hey, what's up, Pico? I'm actually I've been playing this whole time, man. I just haven't been able to stream it because they put out a big ban wave on Endless, so Blizzard turns out they're not cool with it. Turns out they don't want people doing it. I hate to see it. Can you do dungeon quests? I mean, ideally you don't do dungeon quests and you wait and do them later for more rep after you get at least honored. But you could, if you have really bad gear, you could just knock out like the Ramps quest and the Blood Furnace quest and get some of the gear from them. Get some of the gear there. Paladin best tank at TBC. I'll tell you what, as a Warlock, it sure feels that way. And it's mainly because of that Salvation, man. I've been only running with Greys on Prot Pally, right? Then we did a couple runs with the Druid tank yesterday, like we did Black Morass. I felt like I was in Classic again. Just not able to do damage because my threat was too high. So sad. So yeah, I feel you on that. Like, but see this stack of Runecloth right now? On Endless Server, it's like 20 gold right now for this. Runecloth for some reason sells for a lot in TBC. I don't know. You think swapping one lockout be good? Nah, man. Double seed is something to behold. Seed of Corruption is already the #1 reason why you should play Warlock. Then you put 2 seeds in there, and you all spread your seed in different directions on different targets, and then pop them all at the same time. It's glorious. Posted the item restoration method in the YouTube chat. Okay, let's see. Abandon the quest and restore with the item restoration feature, then they stay in your mailbox for 365 days. We have all leveled new characters specifically for this so we can have as many quests completed as possible while also doing the more standard prep of saving Oni Nefed. That's all. Gotcha. Damn, that's big brain, man. The thing is, though... No, that's big brain. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Every single time there's a new fresh, or new server, or a new expansion, people figure out weird ways. Like, nobody ever hits server first just leveling the good old-fashioned way, right? I'm not saying they should, I'm just saying that it is what it is. People always find some crazy method to level. It's probably going to be something like that for TBC. So, my words of wisdom to you would be, don't find yourself in a position where you hit level 70 kind of fast, but then you're just spamming world chat or trade chat looking for a tank. That's got to be the worst feeling. You gotta have that group. You gotta have that group in advance, man. How much easier will Classic TBC can be compared to the private server? Probably 10 times easier, maybe more. Just because, yeah, maybe, okay, so much easier. Yeah, one's in the chat if you're playing on Endless right now, and yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's gonna be so much easier. So much easier. The private servers are overtuned, first of all, but you also have no consumes at all. Like, you're not starting with any gold. Gold is the main thing that's like blocking people out from getting attunements done, because you need flyers to even get up to Alcatraz. Everybody's gonna have flyers instantaneously. It's gonna be no problem. Everybody has like warlock alts, mage alts. Like, you have everything you need, man. You have like professional, you have insta spellcloth items, like, because you have so many alts, 58 boosts, all this, man. Good gear. You can walk right into these dungeons in your vanilla gear and just destroy them. Swiftness spots to do crazy pulls, target dummies. 10, 15 times easier, I don't know. How much easier? Yeah, it'll be so much easier. Which it'll be kind of fun in a way. It'll just be different. So much easier though. I'm trying to be as dramatic as possible because that's how much easier it's going to be. I don't know. I still think there's time for Blizzard to do fresh if they want to just change their mind on it real quick. Fresh would be really, really awesome, man. It'll be really awesome. When I heard they were doing a fresh, I was fucking hyped, but then I heard the news is that it's not going to happen. Yeah, there's no fresh apparently at this point. Yup, 8x, you would think 8x XP is going to be isn't any easier. It's not even so much about the leveling, right? Neotitus, so people hit 70 really quick, but the thing is, Real Classic is only 60 to 70, right? So, the thing is, it's 60 to 70, everybody hits 70, you have no gold, everybody's like 1-2 gold, you're wearing like starting zone gear. So you, I don't know, in TBC Classic, people are gonna have like 5 to 20k gold, they're gonna have mounts ready, they're gonna have alts ready. They're gonna have the portal around the world, summon around the world, no problem. People have ATSs go to Kargoz in 1 second. You know, they're gonna have all that infrastructure set up, alts, boosts. The dungeons will be easier. You can just walk into Kara apparently and just your tier 3 gear and pump it. I don't know. There's an NA fresh movement right now starting next week. Join the Discord. It's on the Classic WoW subreddit. Very nice, man. 9k people signed up for the EU one, people signed up for this one. I don't know if Blizzard is maybe just doing this to debate people so they can feel like the heroes. Do you guys think that they may come out with fresh still? I really have no idea. At this point though, even if they launched a fresh, I don't know if I would play on it just because I'm starting to like, we're starting to recruit people and tell them this is what we're doing. So if you just say, oh, scrap that plan, we're gonna go play fresh, now it's starting to get in a position where it feels bad to say that because then you're just jerking people around, you know? We're already getting people transferring characters and stuff, so it's almost, I'm at the point of no return. Like, I can't even go fresh anymore, which would suck. I don't know. I wish they just announced fresh a little while ago. They might come out with fresh after launch. Yeah. Can you just stop complaining? What are you talking about, bro? Stop complaining? I'm playing it right now. I'm excited for TBC, man. I'm excited, bro. I mean, there's gonna be things to complain about, but it's not like I'm not gonna play the game. I'm excited, dude. It's gonna be a good time. If they can prove for themselves that it would make them more money, then yes. Would you main fresh? I would have main fresh, but it's not just about me, right? Like, I want to play with my friends, and we're starting to recruit people, and people are starting to spend their actual real money to transfer their characters over to Bloodsail. So it's the type of thing that if they came out with the fresh right now, maybe we could get everybody on board and say, like, look, maybe we could. Is the alchemy potions give more trinket healer bis forever? Potions give more trinket healer bis. I'm not sure. It does seem like a really good trinket. What do you guys think? Anybody, any TBC big brains in the chat? There's an alchemy trinket that gives you double value from potions, I think. Which seems insane because these fights are last a while. At least, right? Like, what's the average TBC fight time of a boss? Like 5 minutes? 4 minutes? Depends on which raid, right? I mean, apparently, like, Illidan fights are like 10 minutes. So, if you can think about how many times you use a potion, you get double value from that. Oh, 40% more? Either way, I mean, you might pop like 3-4 potions in a fight. So it might be insane value. Do you have a social guild? Oh, we'll have socials in the guild, my friend. We're playing on kind of just, you know, we're playing on an RP PvE server, man. It's not like the sweatiest server in the world. Check Discord inbox. Thank you for sharing that, Josiah. Will do, man. The egg you just tossed was 20 silver worth? True. Yeah. It's 40%, gotcha. The problem with fresh is that the casuals won't level again, but the thing is, if they did some fresh, the casuals could just play on, you know, just the main servers. Basically, everybody wins if they do some fresh servers. That's it. It's not like the people who want fresh are saying, you know, fresh everything, everybody has to re-level. Just have a couple of them. What inventory add-on are you using? It's called Combuctor, C-O-M-B-U-C-T-O-R. What server is Dr. Kale and those guys gonna play on? I'm not sure. He might go EU. I think they lead EU. All the big brain, like, people, I swear, they're EU for some reason. EU goes hard, man. Every game, somehow, EU goes so hard. But I feel like he's gonna go EU, maybe. That trinket sounds insane. Too bad my alchemy is my mage. Yeah, I'm gonna go tailoring NG. Tailoring NG on the lock. Yo. Are you doing applications for your TBC guild? I'm sure you'll get 1,000 in pretty fast. Yeah, here's the Discord, man, if you guys want to join it. Right now, the rosters are filled on, for the TBC raid teams. We're thinking about spinning up another raid team, though. Here's the Discord if you guys want to join. And then for real TBC, we'll see how it goes. What would you go on a PvP R Druid? What would you go on a PvP R Druid? What do you mean by that? Like as far as like a 2s comp, 3s comp with an R Druid? So not Restokin, R Druid. I think Warrior Druid with R Druid. I think R Druid is better than Restokin with Warrior. Yeah, I don't really see Ozzy and some of the big brain warriors playing with the Restokin. They play with Ardudu. Also LD. LD doesn't play with Restokin? I don't think. I think you play with Ardudu as well. So LD or WD in 2s, and then in 3s... I feel like Restokin is less popular in 3s. You see Restokin in 3s when it's like double healer DPS. So maybe all the 3s comps are fine with Ardruid. You can go WLD. You can go... RLD. WLD. Yeah, that's what I would play. What good arena comp with hunters, 2s and 3s? In season 1, you can just go BM and just, you know, pick another DPS that bombs, probably a rogue or something, and just go ham on season 1. Past that, you're gonna be like draining. So it's mainly there's only really one 2s comp for drain comp for 2s for hunters, just with the druid. That's another R druid comp. Maybe you go Restokin with the hunter though, so you have a little more kill potential. Yeah, you probably actually go Restokin with a. Yeah, come to think of it, because Restokin can technically last the longest, which is really weird. It's the most offensive, but it can last the longest. At the same time, though, hunters are pretty squishy. You gotta heal a hunter with no swift mend. Sounds kind of monk-ass. I don't know. Anybody play that comp? HD, hunter druid. Either way, you're draining with the druid in 2s, and in 3s, double healer with the hunter. Disc priest, Restokin. Rogue warrior, the only options. The issue with the guild is with those who didn't play on a private server for whatever reason will get sidelined at launch. I hope y'all give those people a shot, but I understand. Yeah. No, I feel you. I don't really have an answer for you. You know, some people who... Here's the thing about Here's the thing about like guilds and raid groups and stuff, man. You just have to have. What do you guys think the number one factor for success is in a raid group or a guild? In your experience, it's not most of our first rodeos doing this, right? We've pretty much been in like a dozen guilds who have imploded at some point. I kind of feel that they all eventually implode. You just increase the fuse, but I think it's just expectations. You almost have to have like a document where people have to read through it and go like, this is the expectations. They'll never change. Like, you know, if we're gonna have one sweaty raid, I'm probably not gonna be in it, right? But it's gonna be people who want to like really like be at the highest levels of like excellence and just like always squared away, everybody fully focused. And in that type of raid, you know, people are they might scream at each other and stuff, you know, and that's fine. Maybe I'll be in that raid, I'm not sure. But the other thing is that people's mentality switch. That's what happened, at least in Classic with us. Some people started off more casual, and then as they started to get some success and clear the content and get some gear, they became more hardcore. And they started to, at the beginning of the expansion, they're like, I don't give a fuck about the parse, man. Parses are whatever, dude. Parses are whack. Parses are for nerds. Like, I just want to play the game, have fun, do some dungeons with the boys. Then they get some gear, and they see other people not doing good damage, or like they feel like they're not pulling their weight. They start complaining. I don't know. Consistency and experience. Consistency for sure. Communication also for sure. That is one of my weakest suites right there. A lot of times I just assume people know things, but you really have to like just make announcements and put information out and stuff. What do you guys think the boost is going to cost? How much does it cost in retail? Probably just the same as that. How much is it in retail? Like 50 bucks? That's what happened with me. I started with Classic, just level Hunter. I ended up with 560s, manning a Chad Fury Warrior and clearing all content. I mean, right? That's the thing about Classic. Everybody just gravitates towards Warrior eventually, because Warriors are beautiful in Classic, man. The amount of damage they can put out with world buffs and everything. I said it before on stream, I'll say it again. They're kind of like the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris. They're the high-performance vehicles. They're the Porsches. They're probably not like a Rolls Royce or a Bentley, because they're like luxury. They're like sports cars, not luxury cars. What's a luxury car in Classic? I don't know. Maybe a Mage. I don't know. Actually, maybe they're all just sports cars. What's a luxury car in Classic? I mean, they're like, yeah. Mage. Yeah, in terms of just quality of life, you're just like cushy, just chilling, just one button, like just like, yeah. And then Mages have all the gold farms. Yeah, it's Mage. Mages are like the luxury cars. Just kind of chill, dude. Just making massive money, doing some portals, the quality of life on Mage. Hunter luxury car? No way, man. Not in Classic. Mage is definitely some kind of BMW. But the more and more you play Classic and like understand it, more people just roll Warriors, play Warrior. They're just fun, man. Satisfying. The abilities, the damage, the cleave, the whirlwind, the sweeping strikes. It just feels good. It looks good, man. Would you be keen to read out the item resto method? Okay, let's see. Yeah, we can try. I think I understand it. I'll pull it up on the... Let's see. So with the item restoration method, you can complete a quest that requires you to loot 10 items, delete those quest items, abandon the quest. Okay. So a quest that requires you to loot 10 items. Let me just use a Classic one. Let's say you need 10 crawler mucus to get sticky glue. Right. Then you delete the quest items and abandon the quest. Then you restore them with the item restoration feature, and they stay in your mailbox. So I rinse and repeat that, and I get a bunch of I get a bunch of crawler mucus in my mailbox, okay? And they stay in your mailbox for 365 days. With this method, we will have 150 quests ready to turn in as soon as TBC is launched. So my question is, how do you keep completing the same quest? Don't you just turn it in one time and then you can't get the quest? Or would it have to be a repeatable quest? Which quest would this work for? You guys see, this is a guy who's saying that you can get like the 62 instantly. Item restore has a 7-day cooldown though. Maybe they started super early. Which quest could you do? Or just all different quests maybe. You just travel the globe turning them in. Oh, I see what you mean. I'm so dumb. Oh, I'm so dumb. I see. Oh, so you do it with tons of quests. Oh. So you have a full log of 20. You turn them in. Then you get the items out of your bag and you accept the quest and you turn those in. Oh, yeah. That's nutty, actually. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you just get a bunch of different quests done. So you would have a, like, as most of you have, you guys have a full quest log stack right now? 20? Plus maybe a couple items in your inventory. Like, you could save this. Where is it? Like, you know, this Winterfall Ritual Totem. You could, in fact, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I just won't turn this in, you know? Just keep this in the bag. So you have 20 plus a couple items in your bag. 150 quests ready to hand in a network of summoners. Dude, the sweat, man. The sweat. I mean, Blizzard might want to look into that. I don't know. I mean, it's all going to kind of like... If people hit 70 in an hour, are people really going to... what do you guys think? I feel like people already kind of think the meta's a little bit scuffed, you know? It sort of, it just wouldn't hit the same, you know? It doesn't hit the same. If it was fresh, people would care, though, who got 1 to 70 first. Going into TBC, I know it's going to be so fun, man. I don't mean to be a doomer. Like, I'm going to have a blast in TBC. Trust, you know? But there's something about it that's just, it hits a little bit different when you know everybody has a gold and everybody's already, like, geared to shit. Spam turn in bijous too. Some people have said they might nerf it or something. Kargoz is a prime example of it. What's that? Business specialists will tell them they will gain more from doing this because even some of the people who really want fresh will now more likely still play and even boost. Kargoz is a prime example of that. Will you play and boost? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Blizzard sets the meta. Like, I don't know, man. I have a hard time just, I mean, I don't know. I have a hard time. Like, I'm kind of a competitive person. I know that's, I must feel bad saying it, but yeah, I mean, like, if you care and you're gonna play the meta normally, like, then yeah, I'm gonna boost. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try to bump and get into the raids and clear the content, and that's, I'll boost, you know. But like, hardcore is like the opposite of that, you know. If I'm playing hardcore, I wouldn't really care. You still talk to Alex Kargoz? Feels like he's going through a midlife crisis. Yeah, he comes in here occasionally. I was hoping he was going to come back for TBC. It doesn't look likely. He's doing his thing, though. He's happy. He's moving on to greener pastures. Yeah.
Fresh meat.
It's because people who are weak-willed will boost. Weak-willed, though, it's more about... Okay, imagine you're in real life, and then all your friends start making mad money. Right? That's it. All of your friends in real life, you know, you're hanging out with them every day, then all of them, they just start making mad money. They invest in something, they do something, and next time you see them, they just show up. Brand new Tesla, nice house, you know, they're doing all this stuff. You want to, like, keep up with them, you know? Like, you want to... I mean, don't lie. 90% of you are gonna try to keep up with them. You know, like to just say you're immune from that is disingenuous. I don't know. Like, whether it's meta bad mindset. So what's the better mindset? I'm not sure. You know, like, I mean, there's always like morals and stuff, right? If people are doing like really scummy stuff, then it's different, you know. But that's why I just think fresh is the answer, man. We can debate all back and forth on this stuff back in the day. If they just made a couple fresh servers, all is good, man. What if you did HC from the jump? I could. Thing is, we've been doing hardcore for basically the past year. We've been playing it, building the community out. I think I'm excited to just play the game normally again, new expansion. I might burn out of it after a few months. you can be happy for other success and still have the keep up feeling for sure. I mean, the keep up feeling is kind of exciting. It's not purely bad too. Like, it's the competitive spirit of humans inside of them to just, when you care about stuff, you want to, you know. Y'all need to find something constructive. Find something constructive with your day. This shit is getting sad. Go live real life, dude. What does that even mean? What are you doing? What is real life? Let me ask you, is real life like taking a vacation somewhere, going to like Thailand, eating some pho on the beach in Vietnam or something? Like, that stuff is good too. I've done that, man. I've traveled. I mean, this is, people are making real memories. They're making real friends. People are starting families. People are having fun, building great experiences. There's, what is real life? You know, what is anyone doing that's so good? If you're gonna say, go out into outer space, go further the space program, go find cures to massive ailments, go win a Nobel Peace Prize. Okay, that I understand actually. You'd be like an astrophysicist and go into the cosmos and save the human race. That is true. I'll give you that. We probably all should be doing that, right? But only a very select people are doing that. I feel like that's not what you're implying. BRB curing cancer. Yeah. I mean, we really should though. I mean, we are kind of trolling, right? Like, we're not all out there curing cancer, but at the same time, it's the type of thing where the universe is so big anyway, you're just a bit of stardust just floating through. Echo, I'm really trying to get to 60 before pre-patch. I'm only managing 20k XP per hour at 41. 20k XP per hour at 41. That doesn't sound bad. I think that sounds pretty good. 20k? So you're like ZF level. I think when people are doing 20k in dungeon cleaves, they're pretty stoked about it. Maybe that's low. It's been a while. I don't think you're doing bad, man. It just takes a while to get to 60, brother. That guy's probably less than a life than us. I mean, dude, you'd be surprised. That guy might think that a lot of people in the chat right now are like complete bums. There's some doctors, there's some scientists, there's some police officers, there's some surgeons, probably. Any surgeons in the chat? There's probably politicians. There's probably, I mean, this is a pretty successful, monetized group of people that play World of Warcraft, man. Like, this is not like other gaming demographics. There's some big brains in the house, man. Dr. Melderon is a fruit fly scientist. FBI. Rocket surgeon here. Oil prince. That guy from my old WoW goes literally CEO. Yeah, I don't doubt it. I mean, that's the thing, man. A lot of people, I mean, even less than that, though, people are just fathers, mothers. I'm having a kid soon. Dude, I'm happy with life, man. Every day is the blessed run, as I say. I'm not a baller by any means, but got my farm, got my wife, got a kid on the way, feel supported, have some friends to play WoW with, man. Got my dogs, chilling, man. Not a Rockefeller or a Vanderbilt by any means, but hey, man, it's a life. Literally go out, yo, eat some good food, man. Have a nice drink, drinking some Gatorade. That's it. That's all you need, bro. Yeah. No TBC stream. Yeah, man. They put a big ban wave out, so that dream's kind of dead. Just gonna have to stand by. Yo, Brian, thank you so much for the $5, my friend. Melderon's a scientist? Yeah, he's a fruit fly scientist at like a big brain university. I think he works for. Well, I'm not trying to dox him, but you guys know Melderon, right? He's a big brain. He actually is like a legit scientist. That would have been a perfect plug for Juju. I'm an import broker for the government. Congrats on your kid. Yeah, thanks. It's gonna be a girl. I'm stoked for it. It's gonna be good, man. Yo, what's up, Jerome? Good to see you, my friend. How we doing? You still playing on Endless, Jerome? Melderon was also your hunter pet. 27? Nice. Which class did you go? I'm a brain engineer. I can literally build you a brain, go drop 40 points in basketball against LeBron, then come on and play WoW and get the 60 in 10 minutes. I'm that guy. Yeah. All I know, guys, I feel like you guys have those moments where you wake up and you feel like you're living in the future. Sometimes you feel like you're, you know, there's a good chance that one day we'll all be known as like the humans that used to die and stuff. Like they may just like fix death at some point, like just patch it out. you know, just like find the bug fix. But even still, I mean, that's just that's the black pill. I feel a lot of time, you know, when I'm on my iPad, like going to like 80, you know, driving in my car, listening to a stream, on Discord, just calling somebody as I'm just like on a train or a plane or in an airport. Like sometimes you feel like you're living in the future. The old hardcore humans, yo. Earlier I meant to say what professions are best for a druid. Best for a druid. Say engineering is a bit weaker for a druid because you can't really use those bombs and stuff in forms unless you're a boom chicken. Leatherworking's probably pretty solid. Depends what kind of druid you're gonna be, but I know they have that sick tanking set as leatherworking. That's pretty easy to make. It's BOE though, so you can just buy it at the same time. But you know, there's drums. Can you use drums in a animal form? Probably not. I assume it's kind of like a grenade or something. But leatherworking's still probably pretty solid. You can make your cleft hoof set. Drums. Maybe you're a healer druid, I don't know. And then herbalism is pretty damn good on a druid, just because you can fly around and just pick herbs in form, and apparently it's just a very chill way to make like a very respectable income. Herbalism, I don't know if you can mine in a form. I don't think you can. But you can definitely pick herbs in a form. Gonna be an HC community for TBC. You know it, brother, yeah. What happened to the stream on Endless? Dream is dead, my friend. They did a huge ban wave. You and wife, you got any names hyped up? Yeah, we're naming her Madeline. I think it's a pretty beautiful name. Maddie for short, Maddie for short. Gonna have a baby girl coming. Pretty excited for it. Man, death is part of life. I'd probably skip that bill. Yeah, each throne. All I know, man, this WoW community is pretty awesome. You might be curious, you know, watching like somebody who streams and stuff. Like, do you think more or less of humanity streaming all the time? Believe it or not, actually more. Like, people are nicer than you'd think they are. You know, like, you know, like there are people who troll and are like kind of like mean-spirited and shit, but they're less of a percent than you would think. Honestly, this WoW community is dope, man. It really is. And the fact that we're all kind of like, most of us at least, are in somewhat similar age bracket makes it 10 times better. Do you believe in an afterlife? I have no idea, man. I mean, I sure hope so, but I don't. I mean, we'll see what happens. Nothing you can really do about it, right? What age do you get her on WoW? What age do you get her on WoW? I don't know. I have no idea how the baby meta works. I don't know what age they talk, what age they walk, what age they do anything really. I gotta learn about all that stuff soon. Baby meta is age 1 for sure. They start farming gold. Age 1. Living that Zoomer life. Ban wave on it unless you got banned. No, I dodged it. I was randomly not streaming during that time. But like Crix got hit by it. Graze somehow by some miracle dodged it as well. But it was pretty much a signal. I was saying it, you know. I was hoping Blizzard was like over that and they're kind of like, you know what, just let them have fun. It's probably only like 10k people tops. You know. I mean, we forget sometimes. Is WoW, I mean, how big is WoW, guys? Like, is WoW one of the top 10 games in the world in terms of player base? It's so weird. We just drink such a potent and strong Kool-Aid here in the WoW community. You just never know. You know, you see somebody with a couple hundred viewers and you're like, damn, dude. Like my stream is tiny, right? Like I don't have 100k subs even. You go look at like any of the other big games, like thousands of people watching them. 7th highest, top 6. Yo, what's up, Barlow? Good to see you, man. I was talking about it on stream. That was scary. Oh, I mean, I talk about it all the time on stream. I think it's all good. You just can't be streaming. I mean, if you're streaming it, they'll ban you, but if you talk about it, you should be good. Because so many people got owned before Classic. True. Yo, the fake Buddha. Thank you for the prime, my friend. Welcome, 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 man. So you think WoW is in the top 10 games in the world of all games in all categories? I doubt it. It's probably all mobile games or something. Will that affect you getting the beta? I don't think I'm getting the beta. Didn't get invited to the first one. Didn't get invited to this one. I've never. I hear about the the secret Discord with the friends and family. If I'm being honest, I don't think Blizzard likes me. But what's more likely though is Blizzard has no idea who I am. I'm just like a random dude on Twitch with a couple hundred people watching. They probably just like have never even heard of me and don't care. But I don't think I'm getting in. I'm not getting my hopes up. Try to find. I mean, we'll try to do what we can do though. Yo, Nebulous with the tier 2. Thank you so much, Nav. Good to see you. How's the night shift going? Yo, bro, you probably have Blizzard employees watching you from time to time. You never know. Maybe, man. We did meet Omar at the last BlizzCon. Yeah, I miss Omar, though. I know they brought on these new people. Everybody's in love with the new team. They think they're just, like, the greatest people. And, I mean, you guys... I trust what you guys say. You know, you guys are saying, Holly was there. EverQuest, and EverQuest was, the MMO before WoW, and that's a big deal. I kind of miss Omar, man. Omar was cool. We met up with him. Def Camp, Elderon, myself. Grays, we hung out with him at the last BlizzCon. I shit you not. He probably could have been kicking it with J. Allen Rack up in the penthouse, popping Cavassier, and just out there just living life like an absolute, AAA games executive or whatever. He was chilling with the boys, dude. We were like the Marriott, we were at the Hilton, just having a few drinks, talking WoW, like literally talking about the game. Just soft-spoken, nice dude, talking just very extremely down to earth. Like it was kind of amazing. It's kind of amazing. I don't know what happened. You guys remember Omar? Omar was based. I don't know what happened to him, man. I don't know. So, but yo, Baba's in the chat though. I don't know if you've heard of Holly or any of the new people on the team. They don't seem like bad people. I'm not saying they're bad people at all. They're probably great people. They're probably amazing people, All I'm saying is I didn't get a vibe from them that they're out here in the trenches playing Classic every day, like raiding and stuff, or not necessarily saying you have to raid, but it was kind of like they were talking about all the WoW stuff with like a very, very light touch. Very light touch. Like, remember Fell Reavers? I remember Fell Reavers. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to, imagine they did the deep dive, right? Imagine they did the WoW deep dive, and they're like, the reason we did 243 itemization is that if you started from patch 2. Whatever, it'd be scuffed, and this would be like this, and this raid, and this one piece of item is busted over, like just speaking the language, They're just like, I remember Fell Reavers, and anybody remember Fell Reavers? I don't know. Yeah. Interview should have gone to an only classic content creator. Yeah, it is what it is, man. They're probably good people, it's just they needed Baba. That round table of devs for TBC Classic had Holly, a producer, and 2 engineers. Why are you going engineering on your lock? Why not enchanting or JC? Those would be good too, enchanting, JC. But engineering is going to help us in combat. It's going to help us get through that 60 to 70 push. I think it's just going to be really fun to do dungeons with the boys with a BIS spell cleave setup, doing TBC dungeons, spamming them, and meticulously crafting and refining the pulls so that you're a well-oiled machine, popping sappers and swiftness bots. I don't know if that sounds like a good time to you. That sounds like a legendary time to me, So if we all go NG and go super sweaty with it, like there's a certain appeal to that. Like it's going to be a lot of fun. We're probably not going to be the first to 70 or even close, but we'll probably do pretty good. And then we're going to have an amazing group at 70 to do like all the dungeons with. They're all a little awkward for sure. Yeah, like I said, they're probably good people. It's just I didn't get the vibe that they're in there like with their sleeves rolled up, ready to talk about all the nitty gritty like details of the decisions about the games and stuff. But maybe BlizzCon isn't the time or place, but if BlizzCon isn't the time or place, when is that time or place? It's a deep dive. Anyway. You can equip 2. They're not unique. This is why you need to go engineering double stam trinkets. There's going to be some super tier 3 guy with thousands of gold. It might not even be a super tier 3 guy, man. It might be the dude in the chat earlier who literally stockpiled 150 different quests. You know, he might be an all green sitting 70 if he just finds a way to, like, exploit it. And more power to him. I mean, it's just, don't hate the player, hate the game, right? If that's the meta. That's why we wanted fresh, though. They should hire you, dude. That ship has sailed, man. I feel like once you talk bad about Blizzard one time, like, the ship has sailed. Like, they put you on the other list. If you want to know, Kargoz, I can tell you off stream. About what, Tactics? Good to see you, Tactics. 150 quests? Yeah, well, some guy was saying that you can do the what do you call it? The restoration trick with items. So you just do a quest, abandon it, delete the quest items, then restore it, and it sits in your mailbox, and you do it over and over and over again until you have like a bazillion quests ready to go. Oh man, imagine you do. Oh man, I just realized it's gonna be so good with the boost though. I don't mean that endearingly. I'm saying I was just having a light bulb moment, because the thing is, you probably did all the juicy quests on your 60s already, right? Imagine if it was on a boosted character, though. If you can boost 58 pre-patch, and then you have all those quests like this, just sitting in your bag, Ritual Totem, untouched Plague Lands, untouched everything, you get the fattest stack of 20, then you do all the quests, get the quest items. You see what I'm saying? You can have a totally fresh world for all of that. It might be a boosted character that gets 71st. How's that gonna... That might be insane. How much money do you think Blizzard has made from Classic so far? No idea. Some millies, a couple millies. You think the gold farmers made more than Blizzard though? I don't know, man. Where's the endless content? Dream is dead, brother. They banned everybody. Best way is Silithus and EPL strat quests all condensed in 2 areas? Yup, probably something like that. Whoops. Oh, you can only restore 1 item a week. But you can still get on it now. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. You can only restore 1 item a week. So, but if these people have been doing it for a long time, like the past 6 months tactics, imagine they've been doing it for 6 months, deleting 1 quest per week. You think they'd have enough to get to like 65 or something? Like instantly? Is Crix permanent? No, they did 48 hours, which is honestly, I'm not talking shit about Blizzard, man. It's merciful. It's merciful. They only gave out 48. It's a slap on the wrist. It's just Blizzard saying, don't do it. Don't do it. You thought we were cool with it. We weren't. It's fine. It's their game. They probably could have permabanned the people if they wanted to. They're just doing their job. It was just banned on Twitch. A lot of people got banned on Twitch for 48 hours. According to statics, it's multiple items per week. Interesting. Did Graves get banned? No, he dodged it too. Screw Blizzard for banning in general. The other thing though, okay, the other thing is nobody, I don't know if it's Blizzard banning or Twitch banning. Either way, I mean, it makes sense though. I mean, you understand why they do it. Like, everybody knew what the risk was, so. So it could not be Blizzard, it could also just be Twitch. Because I don't know if any YouTube people got banned. Loving the podcast, man. Saving my work days. Appreciate you, Evo. Yeah, we got Dark Portal Priest episode coming this week. Ban playing Endless, yeah. What's the speculative spell cleave gonna be? 4 S Priests? 4 S Priests? Is there any synergy there? You're making me think. If you just dotted everything, I don't know. Well, pretty much, I really do think this is the best comp. Maybe you could do 3 Warlocks instead of 2. Nah. This comp is the best. There's no way. There's no way. It's double Warlock, Shaman. Double Warlock, Shaman, Mage. Prop Alley. Because the thing is, even if Triple Seed would be better, in terms of, you know, just like combat efficiency or whatever, and you could do bigger pulls, you don't have Mage Food. Mage Food is OP. Mage Food is better than the vendor food, legitimately. And it's only one inventory slot. It's infinite. The portals, you need a mage, right? You need the slow from Blizzard. It helps you kite around with seeds a lot of the time. Then, you know, 2 warlocks for 2 summons. Yeah, I mean, for all the reasons we mentioned, I really do think that's the best comp. I mean, is there any world, guys, in a spell cleave setup that you would take maybe a priest over a shaman? Like, if you had to play devil's advocate, would there be any reason to take the priest over the shaman? I don't know. I mean, Holy Nova for a little bit of... Nah. Right? Like, no chain heal, no bloodlust, no elementals. The elementals are nasty, guys. You know, the earth elemental legitimately taunts. It's a hard taunt. You can taunt, I think, even probably on a raid boss. Because on the heroic bosses, you can... The earth elemental is amazing. Then you also have fire elemental, bloodlust. You're giving everybody 100+ spell power. You can just get a mage to give you food. Mana battery. Let's see. Earth elemental. Hey, what's up, J-Mod? Good to see you. They're pretty damn tanky. Any thoughts? If there will be more spell cleaves or melee cleaves? 100% more spell cleaves. I think that it would be stronger than a melee cleave. But if you are a warrior or a rogue, and you are trying to level to 70, you probably would set up a melee cleave. Is anybody gonna main rogue or a warrior or something in the chat? I'm sure a good amount of you are. Like, what are your plans? Are you just gonna quest, or are you gonna try to set up a melee cleave? The only thing is, if you set up a melee cleave, you're not all raiding together. You're not all raiding together, brother. Unless you're gonna set up like melee cleave, Karazhan, like something, like do something like that. Maybe you could. I don't know. You know, because the thing is with the spell cleave, I'm raiding with everybody in the spell cleave. Like, you're taking 3 warlocks, maybe 4 warlocks, but probably 3. Like, even just in a Karazhan raid, you know? You're taking a mage. You're taking a shaman in every group. You're taking a prop pally. You know? Melee cleave, if you had a shaman, 2 warriors, a rogue. And what would be the best tank for a melee cleave? Still prop pally still, but then you have one guy who's just like a spell power Andy and the other people are doing physical. Gives me a headache thinking about a melee cleave. Maybe you'd go druid tank or something. Yo, Tatanka Games, thank you so much for the sub, my friend. 4 months of support, you love to see it. What other classes and specs would you recommend dungeon cleaves with as an enhancement shaman? Enhancement shaman? Ooh. Guys, would there be a reason to go multiple shamans? Yeah, I think there is. What's the best melee cleave in TBC? Maybe you go double shaman. 1 resto, 1 enhance, 2 warriors rogue. Thing is, do you even take a rogue? Why do you take a rogue? Blade flurry, every thing just for gear distribution, I guess. Melee can raid in TBC just because privates for 3x boss cells. But still, though, I feel you. I think you're probably right. You know, there's gonna be more melees. It'll be more relaxed in TBC Classic, 100%. But at the same time, like, you're not gonna take like 3 warriors and a rogue or something. Rogue kicks, true. Thoughts on the quick span? He's cool about it. Everybody's cool about it, man. It's a merciful move. You know, when you get banned, you kind of assume the worst, that you're like perma-banned or something. You know, the fact that they did a 48-hour ban, it's a slap on the wrist. It's Blizzard or Twitch or whoever saying, don't do it. Here's your warning. You just take that and you go, all right, I won't do it. Yeah, he's chilling. He's good. He's making some videos and stuff. I was thinking the same group of warriors with druid tank and shaman here and shaman healer. It's kind of sad thinking that the min-maxing meta will end up pushing out some classes that are still good. True. A bit. I mean, min-maxing will do that, but thankfully we're playing, you know, in a time of World of Warcraft where there's 3 different robust and vibrant metas to choose from. You have Classic, you have DBC, you have Retail, but even so, all the specs have redeemable qualities to them now in TBC. Even the one that you're the most black-pilled on, which for me was Fury, I just mentioned ago, I was pretty shocked that Fury pumps as hard as I saw it pump in like Sunwell in late game. and that he was even like the Fury Warrior was beating Warlocks, man. Maybe it was just the fights, that was the specific fights. I mean, these Fury Warriors, because they had a couple of them in the Sunwell raid. They were like top 5, I want to say. It was pretty insane. Isn't this man up tonight? Maybe. What's your favorite 50 to 60 zone other than Felwood? Other than Felwood, maybe Ajara. I really like the look of Ajara. It's really nice. Wonder Spring's not bad. Definitely not the Plague Lands, tell you that. 25 man raid, 24 BM hunters, 1 survival hunter. What do you guys think though? Best melee cleave for TBC, what would it be? If you had, because some of you are gonna go there, we can just 3-craft it right now together. Enhancement. Okay, 2 shamans, yes, no, maybe so. Am I trolling? I might be trolling. Maybe you'd put a pally in there. Pallies are just so nutty for dungeon cleaves. Maybe you just, even though it's not a perfect melee cleave, you have 1 spell cleave and a spell power Andy in there, maybe it's still fine. Prot pally tank. Resto shaman. Because once you put Prot pally tank, Resto shaman, you're already halfway there to a spell cleave, you know? What's a true purist melee cleave for TBC? Like this setup, man. A pure, like, even just like lore wise it makes sense, you know? Just I thought that was known. Yeah, I mean, you hear things, you don't know what to expect. You look at the Fury Tree, you see they have no utility, you don't know what to expect until you see it in action. I was just watching the Sunwell raid and I was getting pretty shocked that the Fury Warriors were doing so well. But I think how it's going to go for a lot of warriors is they're going to start arms and then eventually go Fury later. And that if you're a warrior right now, maybe that should be your strat. So you talk to your guild master, or if you're the guild master, whoever, and you say, look, I'm going to go arms to start through tier 4 and tier 5, and then once we get to tier 6, you know, do I have your blessing that I can go Fury? A lot of people are going to do that. Prop 3 warriors. Prop warrior. Yeah. You main arms, but for some fights you can play Fury. Fresh meat. Gotcha. You guys think Disc will be good for Season 1 PvP? It might be better than the other healers. If I had to guess. I know Druids feel pretty squish Season 1. The Druid players I've talked to, like, they're almost like dreading Season 1. Like, they just kind of want to try to hang in there and get through it. So out of the meta healers, Priest is kind of the most offensive, so maybe they're a little bit better in Season 1. But I could see a line where Shadow might be better than Disc overall if it is a double DPS heavy meta. Does anybody feel that way? Any Priest mains that Season 1, because of the meta being different and the lack of Brazil and stuff, that maybe Shadow actually could be better just in terms of... Yeah, just in terms of everything for Season 1, maybe you go Shadow. For 2s at least. You know, most of the time it feels like you just go Disc over Shadow. Like 9 times out of 10 I feel like the comp just gets better. You know, you have a Shadow Priest plus whoever and you're kind of like, man, I guess it could work. Then you change the Priest to Disc and you're like, wow. Oh, that's a strong comp. Shadow needs Brazil too, though. But you're damaging, though, you know, you can... Check your bags, please. Okay. Yeah, true. What do we get rid of? Let's see. Need this. In original TBC, I was in a 2s team with a lock as a Shadow Priest, and we kicked ass. How's Resto Druid at 5 mans? I don't know. Probably fine. I don't know. It's the type of thing that you can definitely heal the dungeons to be fine. I just don't lick my lips whether there's a Resto Druid there. Maybe I should. Why should you lick your lips if there's a Resto Druid in the 5-man? Maybe there's a reason. I see a Shaman, I think Bloodlust. I think 150 spell power with the totem. You know, I think Elementals doing some big plays. Tanking the bosses, pushing damage with Fire Nova. I'm thinking Fire Nova totem. You know, you get excited when you see a Shaman. Shamans stick out because they help the DPSs, you know. Oh, wait. I missed the Traveler's Backpack? You're kidding me. No way. A 16 slaughter? Guys, you're not trolling me, right? Where was it? Up here? Oh no. Oh no. Is it this? Which mob was it? It was a Yeti? Oh! Huge, man. Thank you, guys. This is why I never end up with any epics. I swear to God, I probably missed like 20 epics. I barely loot ever, and then I don't even look at what I'm looting. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Chat MVP for real, dude. With the easy 16 slaughter. Our Fury War is good in PvC. Like, they can do better later, but I don't know if somebody doesn't know much about TBC, you just tell them Fury Warriors are good in TBC, you're kind of like misleading them at the same time, right? What's your opinion? What's your TLDR? What's your one sentence take on Fury Warrior TBC? One of the weakest specs in the game, but like can be serviceable and be actually like pumping like the super like late game of the TBC lifecycle. You know, I think you just sound like a doomer though. You know, it's tough. I mean, you could just say, "Yo, Fury Warrior's great, man. Like Fury Warrior, man. Do it, man. They're gonna love you." Then they can't find a you know, a raid team, and people are like making fun of them because they went Fury. Difficult period. Yeah. Retail is literally turned into transmog farming, taking away the essence of rare spots, rare drops. Fury and Combat Rogue only pump towards the end. Yeah, maybe you just say, if somebody says, I want to play Fury Warrior in TBC, go, okay, bro. You might want to consider going arms first, and you might have a hard time finding a raid spot. Because you don't have much utility, and you're not really like an essential component of the raid. It's more of... Doesn't really matter if you have a Rogue or a Fury in your raid, or a second Enhancer or a second Retry. If you're not hardcore, you couldn't care less. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see, man. I mean, here's the thing. If you went Fury Warrior, right? Okay, so we know Fury Warrior is not meta. But imagine you were so sweaty and you were just determined to play Fury Warrior. Okay? And you're just in like a random guild. What do you guys think? So just a random like semi-hardcore guild, like you're chilling, like it's, you know, you do clear all the content, and then but you had 20k gold, you crafted both of the epic blacksmithing weapons. I don't even know if that's best for Fury Warrior. And you tried super hard. You got all consumables, drums. Could you player overclass it? You know, could you? Even in like a 10 man, like in a Kara, could you finesse your way a raid spot as a Fury? I don't have an answer for you. I'm just saying. I feel like I could if it was me. You know, if like I had to like gun to my head play Fury, I feel like I could get into it, you know, and just like find a way to make it work. For sure. Like you just went super sweat mode with it, right? Like just you just massive gold, buy all the materials immediately, like day one. You're pumping with all the like you just have more gear than the people that are playing better class. Because I was top DPS in Kara yesterday as Warlock, and apparently the Hunters are supposed to do more. But again, I did have pretty good gear. I had better gear than them. I feel like to a certain extent you can kind of like play over class. That's what I'm doing for Rogue. We'll see if it works, you know. As long as your guild has 3 to 4 Warlocks, 3 to 4 Hunters, and a set groups for those, then sure. Yo, Winky with the tier 1. What's good, brother? Good to see you, man. How's work going today? Good Kara raid yesterday, brother. Good Kara raid. Yo, the VOD, I don't know. Did you delete the VOD, Winky? Maybe it's deleted. If you want to see the VOD from the Kara raid yesterday. Did you stop raiding Classic because you felt bad that you hadn't rolled the meta class? It wasn't really that, man. Maybe you guys can help me out. I don't think I'll face the same issues moving into TBC, but for Classic, there was a couple things. This is what goes wrong. This is what goes through my mind, my like dysfunctional brain. You know, you're raiding. I don't want it. It's such a black-pilled discussion, though, you know? It's no point talking about it. You guys have heard it all before. just the normal politics of raiding and just hoping you get gear and performing and being competitive and loot council and people. Fuck, man. I don't know. It just you guys know what I'm talking about. For those of you who are raiding classic, like it just kind of like has a diminishing return. Yeah, I may talk about it. I'll talk about it a little bit. You know, if you're in a guild and you join and you're just kind of like a nobody in it, or you know, you're earning your stripes, you're gonna have a class lead. You're not gonna be able in classic, like you get assigned like a bitch debuff slot. Like you have to use like whether it's elements or recklessness. You can't pump. You're kind of competitive, so you want to pump, but then gear distribution is never really a fair thing. You're getting told to put this curse on. You're threat capped. You know, it's type of thing where, you know, just getting the world buffs, the RNG of the parses that can like somehow like you know. Just the politics around the loot council and people sucking up to the loot council, or people getting butthurt over. It's just all these things. Like it like builds up, right? Like all these things just kind of compound, and then you reach a point where you're just like. The other thing too is if you're spending all your time raiding, then you have very little time to do anything outside with all of your amazing gear and stuff. It's a cumulative effect. All these things stack on top of each other. All these little things, and it just builds up, and you just like eventually like aren't having that much fun or something. But I think it's going to be different, right? For TBC, there's things that are going different. We're playing on a PvE server. We're playing on a server that's extremely comfy, extremely cozy, with legit S-tier friends, to the point that I think a lot of those things, like whether you're competitive about DPS or who gets what gear, like if you're playing with the right people, like you really don't care anymore for some reason. You know, like Winky gets a piece of gear over me, or whoever gets a piece of gear. Like, I think it's probably just really you need the right group, you know. Hopefully, this is the blessed run. Yeah, you get what I mean. We all faced it to a certain extent. Is the Bloodsail HC guild going to be the same guild for TBC? Yeah, we formed it on TBC already. It's called Hype. People are leveling there, transferring characters. They're all getting red. That's what I'm saying. So if they launched a fresh right now, we already told a lot of people are going Bloodsail. So I'd still play on the fresh probably, but I'd probably play it on the side or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We're going Bloodsail though. Yeah. Guild's already formed. I've been class lead for most of Classic in my guild, and boy, is it a massive headache. I would much prefer DKP system. Yo, Bomberman. I kind of have allergies today, bro. I'll get you on the next stream, bro. Thank you for doing 50k. And I'd like to get the 50k points back, too, and I'll also sing on the next stream. Just not feeling it at the moment. I'm writing it down. 50k Bomberman. Yo, Bomberman. Yo, DM me on Discord about Bomberman. I got something for you, bro. DM me, brother. I appreciate it, man. Got some seasonal allergies today. I gotta disable that when I'm feeling a certain type of way. DKP is for classic loot list with loot counts for TBC. This is the way. Is there a way you could raid, guys, and have no human being make a decision? Like it's totally decentralized. Like it's imagine. Because you know how a lot of anybody have a guild right now that has a spreadsheet that does all the loot, and every piece of gear is there, then people choose what loot they want, and it like prioritizes it, and it's almost like a plug and chug. Every piece of gear is there. I know Onslaught and some of the big brand guilds have it. There's some special name for it. So you're just playing, and you prioritize your loot, and then loot drops, and it just spits out the answer. So everybody knows exactly who's getting what piece of loot, and it's chill, and there's no judgment. Nobody ever has to make judgment. Nobody's ever bossing anybody around. You're literally just playing the game, and you're all just like equal homies, and you're just playing the game, and that's it. Like personal loot? Is that personal loot? Yeah. If that's what it is. I mean, I'm down to just slash roll for it too, man. Ask Onslaught if it ended up being a problem. Loot lists. Because that would be great. That would be super great. It's so simple and straightforward. Did you just hit 70? What on Endless? I hit 70 a couple days ago, yeah. What am I in need of here? Getty first. Slash roll is probably the most fair, and I'm fine with that, man, to be honest. It's all still going to the same people in the same guild. Slash roll is fine with me, but, you know. That's why a GD KP would be fine with me. It's just gold, you know. You understand why people are getting gear. Or maybe, what if you just had a roll system where you just get one piece of loot per raid, you know? When people just like want one upgrade per raid, like you're not trying to be greedy, you just get one upgrade, you're happy. What if you just went into a raid, you roll for what you want, as soon as you get a piece, you're off like the table, you know, like you can't roll anymore. That's it, man. Like, how is that so bad? Loot council never failed me yet. Yeah, I know. I mean, the people who are like big brain raiders, they don't seem to mind loot council at all. It's just like normal. Roll isn't fair, but it's still going to the raid, right? I mean, it's going to the raid, and you at least understand how it happened, you know. So, and if you win a piece and roll, then you can't get anything else for the rest of the raid, you know. Yeah, what happens when you get no upgrades, or you both want the same upgrade? I mean, it's just simple, bro. Like, you get a piece, then you can't get gear for the rest of the run. And yeah, that's it. Then what if someone missed 3 weeks and filled a week and got a piece of gear over someone who's been there 20 weeks in a row? All I'm saying is the guy who didn't get gear, like, you know that there's no conspiracy against them. There's nothing going on other than the fact that the dude just had RNGesus bless him with the hot hands, dude. He just had the hot hands for that run. It's nothing personal, man. He just had the hot hands. And after he had the hot hands, he couldn't get the hot hands again. You know, he did a raid. He got a piece of gear. That was it. Get a spreadsheet and people mark their items, wait in line. Yeah, different ways to build the car, right? Roll would be fair. People could restrain themselves for stuff that's minor, but there's always hunters trying to take melee weapons. Any thoughts about Drain A pre-patch leveling? Worried I'm not going to get the 16 time. I mean, again, this is just a theory. I'm wrong about a lot of things, but I think if Blizzard does the pre-patch and allows people to level Blood Elves and Draenei, there is a line of reasoning that says Blizzard, like that happens, and Blizzard goes, oh man, the sub numbers. They're at the board meeting and they're like, the sub numbers are going way up. People are very excited for TBC. Let's just stretch this out a little bit. Let's let them get the 60 on their guys. You know, the hype before Classic and the hype before TBC is a blessed time, right? Anybody remember the hype before Classic? There's nothing like it. And you can never get it back. It's actually almost as hype as the game itself. The hype before something. There's something magical about it. It's like Christmas morning, man. When something is coming, the mentality, you can feel it in the air. It's like this. It's like the crisp fall air. So maybe Blizzard learned from Classic. They want to stretch it. I don't mind stretching it, dude. Just being able to be excited with you guys about something for a little bit. You know, once the game's out, everybody just goes like salty. Everybody just gets like kind of salty, you know. When something's coming, you know. So maybe they just do the pre-patch and let it ride for a little bit. You know, the subs are moving in the right direction. The hype before is insane, bro. I'm already getting there with TBC. That's all I can think about lately. Yup. People get excited and the game comes out and all they do is complain. Yeah, I mean, I put myself in that boat too, you know. It's kind of the human nature. So where I'm going with this is I think the pre-patch. Okay, one's in the chat. If you think for the pre-patch, they will give you enough time to hit 60, like at least a month. 2, if you think it's going to be like a 1 week, like pre-patch, like 1 week, and then you're moving on to the next thing. You know, because I don't know, like a pre-patch could be like that, where they just do it just a couple days before. Frostdamus is here? No way. Frost chilling in the chat. What's up, Frost? Good to see you. What's going on, brother? Big Frost? How we doing, man? You working on some TBC content, man? What are your plans? Oh, no, you're playing Fairlina. Yeah, I asked you already. Yeah. It's good to see you. Any Frostdamus fans in the house? Started in the content game same time as me, man. It's been pumping. Legend. Was listening to your black pill on raiding. What's your take on it, Frost? How do you feel about it? Frost is the raid with Nihilum and all that. How do you feel about raiding, loot council, all that? Yo, Hex and Hands gifting, just sniping the tier 1 sub over to Frostadamus. You'll love to see it. Thank you, Hex. That's a high impact one right there. Frost guys have put a lot of gold in my bags. Definitely. One of the robber barons of WoW. So pretty much everybody said 1. Nobody thinks the pre-patch is going to be just like a 1 week type of deal. It's going to be more of like a 1 month type of deal. Yo, Kelfaz with the Prime. Good to see you as well, brother. I know you DM'd me the other day, Kelfaz. Man, if you want to play and saddle up again for TBC, you already know, man. You're always welcome, man. 5-6 weeks. Original pre-patch was 1 month. Yeah, and we talked about this before as well. But it's a fun thing to talk about, so I'm gonna bring it up again. When the pre-patch comes, guys, we're gonna be playing some weird homebrew of World of Warcraft that nobody has ever seen before in the history of the game. You see what I'm saying? Nobody will have ever seen or played or felt this version of the game when this pre-patch hits. You know why? Guess why? This is why. We're gonna basically be playing TBC but with no Outlands. But the max level is gonna be 60, not 70. So I'm telling you, like, we should all just record all of our footage. Like, it's gonna be like, it's gonna be insane, man. I mean, people are gonna be doing Nax speedruns with 243 talents. People are gonna be doing level 60 content with TBC talents with Draenei and Blood Elf in the party, in the raid. You know, with AoE caps, we're looking at Classic Plus for like a month. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be super weird. Is it gonna feel good or bad? What do you guys think? You know what I'm saying? Like, are people gonna do like a sub 30-minute Naxxramas speedrun or something? I don't know. I mean, there's not gonna be Bloodlust. Bloodlust is at 70, but there could be some crazy stuff. People were saying enhancement shamans might be pumping because they can be dual wielding. I don't know. Pre-patch is Classic Plus, big true. Yeah, it's man, it's gonna be strange. It's gonna be crazy. Yo, Manship, thank you for the Prime, my friend. Welcome, Manship. Hell no, it won't be a month. Here's what you all don't get. They will start TBC while the majority are leveling new races to cause less congestion. So you think... So you do think the pre-patch is going to come, and then they're going to launch TBC right after. That's what you think. So that it's going to be less congested in Hellfire and stuff. They could do it that way too. When I think pre-patch, maybe it's just me. Maybe is this how it works in retail too? When I think pre-patch, it's like 24 hours before the thing comes out. They're just like giving you like a grace period to refund your talents and like get you situated for like the thing that's about to happen. When I think pre-patch, I don't think of like a 2-3 month stretch, but maybe that's how they're gonna do it. I don't know. I'm more excited on who will be the world first HC70. Yo, good to see you, Chaz. Yeah, there's a good amount of people, more than I thought, that are actually going to do hardcore from the start in TBC. It's kind of shocking. It's awesome, though. Retail pre-patch was 2 weeks? Oh, maybe it was. I'm not sure. It's usually 4 weeks. Gotcha. I don't think so. They seem to indicate that they wanted to Belves and Draenei to be able to level alongside current 60 mains. Would you rather level a new race or play new content, though? I think most people are gonna like. Most people, I guess, unless they want to raid or main a paladin or a Draenei shaman, are just gonna hop into TBC instead of leveling up. Yeah. But it'll be interesting. Anybody in the chat gonna level up 1 to 60? A Blood Elf Pally or a Draenei Shaman in that time? I think a lot of you are. I know Graze is. It might revitalize the game massively with that pre-patch. Seriously, man. It might be crazy. All the prices of items skyrocketing again. People buying Skull Flames for the Pallies. We're already trying to get that going for Graze when the time comes. Gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be like... Honestly, that's the closest thing to Fresh. That's the closest thing to Fresh we'll ever see, probably. It's gonna have fresh vibes. Fresh vibes, right? People starting from 1, and, you know, there's probably gonna be some dungeon cleaves going. Sounds kinda cool. I bought my Skull Flame months ago for like 200 gold. It's like 1500 now. Yup. It's only gonna go up probably, man, because everybody needs that on their Blood Oath Valley. It'll be fresh vibes for sure. People are saying they're going to stretch pre-patch to help new players catch up. IMO, but new players are already catered with that boost option. True, you can't boost like a Blood Oath Valley though, or a Draenei. But yeah. Nah, Kargoz, you dream people will be boosting from level 8 like always. Yeah, they will, but here's the thing though. It's kind of fun to do dungeons with the boys, right? Or girls, or whoever your friends are. So I could see a world where a lot of you in the chat, you know, the pre-patch comes out, and then you just hit up your friends and you're like, hey man, you wanna like do a nice little spell cleave like the good old days? And you level up a bunch like 5-man pally team or something through the dungeons. It'd be less efficient than mage boosting, but I could see like the appeal and why a good amount of people would do it, you know? Yeah, the AoE cap will be in place, so you can't do like the Mara 1 pulls and stuff. Which is pretty good. Do you get nervous about Twitch banning you for streaming P servers? Oh yeah. I mean, not really so much nervous as opposed to concerned, you know? Like, it concerns me, like, they just banned a bunch of people ATT the other day. So it's pretty much the dream is dead with streaming Endless. You know, we were thinking they didn't ban anybody for like over a year. We were thinking maybe Blizzard chilled out, maybe like they were kind of like low-key cool with it and just gonna see it as marketing for the game, but nah. They're still out here dropping the hammer, man. So yeah, no more Endless. Tell me your opinion about Seal of Blood for the Alliance. I mean, how do I feel about Seal of Blood? It's probably a good thing. Yeah, I mean, I did a pally deep dive with some big brain pallies and asked them, you know, they've been playing the class for years, and they think it's a good thing, have it on both sides. But at the same time, the concern around it would be, now that they're really committing to the some changes boat, you know, we're living in that some changes world, there's always a chance that Blizzard is like really, really disconnected with the game and stuff, and they just make some like crazy change for like no reason, because some people are super vocal about it, you know? That's the type of thing that pops in your head, you know? Like, what if, hold on, what was it? Someone said something batshit crazy the other day. That was, I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, yeah, dude. They were talking barbershop, bro. I swear, some people were literally talking about barbershop in TBC. I mean, it's not gonna break the game with a barbershop, but they were literally saying, they were talking about Seal of Blood, and then, like, the next sentence after, like, they were fielding some kind of, like, viewer question or something, or it was some kind of panel, and they're saying, so now that we're doing like Seal of Blood, you know, for the Alliance, how about cosmetic changes, like things like, you know, like race change, appearance change, barbershops. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would just be, it's just weird, you know. You could, something like that could happen. Is anybody gonna unsub because there's a barbershop? But I mean, probably not. But at the same time, it's just a bit unsettling, you know. Yo, Benjamin, thank you for the $2, man. Our arenas your server only or like BGs now? It'll be, I think the way they described it is they're gonna take
your server only or.
Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but they're gonna take an entire region, like all of NA, or maybe NA's broke up into East Coast, West Coast, and that's just one gigantic bucket, and you play with everybody in that bucket. And EU will be its own bucket. Maybe they break up EU a little bit, but it's not gonna be like battle groups in the traditional sense where it's like, this server, this server, this server arbitrarily are part of a battle group. This battle group is called Skull Crusher. And there's another battle group called, you know, Nerzul or something. I don't know. It'll be more of like, you know, NA Andes over here, EU Andes over here. I take barbershop, to be fair. Yeah. All I'm saying, man, is where is that line in the sand? Because it is somewhere. It's just buried in the sand, where it becomes kind of like a TBC skinned version of retail. I don't think we're getting close to that line of sand with what they're talking about now, but the boost in a lot of people's mind is a big step towards that. What would be it for you, though? What would be like the line in the sand? I'm trying to think. Honestly, I was gonna say LFG, like a group finding tool, but I don't know, is it really that? I'm trying to think what would actually... Yo, just paid permanent character boost that was permanent. Like, it wasn't a one per account. Probably more so than anything I could think of would be maybe be that. If you could just insta boost like a 60 or something at any point, like you could just kind of print them out as opposed to just one per account. That would probably be more of it than LFG for me. I don't know. LFR. Oh, the different raid tier. Oh, if they did an LFR raids for BT and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty scuffed, right? Imagine. What if they did like Karazhan, LFR, TK, SSC, LFR, like Heroic Mythic with all that? Yeah, that's gonna, that would be.
What
that
are
would
your
be,
raid times going to be on Blood Sale?
Yeah, that would be that would really smell like exactly like retail kind of, yeah. They would literally never do that. Yeah, we're just trying to think about what that line in the sand would be. Yeah. Yo, thanks for the 2 again, Benjamin. The blood sale times, they're a little bit TBD. The times we have in the Discord right now, I'll link it again, are for the for Endless. But we'll know kind of soon as the guild develops. And we'll have multiple raid groups and stuff. I'll put it in the chat here. That would kill Classic PvC. They've already added the boost. It's not completely out of the question. Yeah. So, I mean, if they added, like, LFR, a group finding tool, WoW token, all that, then you're looking, you know, if all those things were added, then you'd be looking at basically, like, a reskin retail, you know, probably. But I don't think they're gonna do that. Classic hype became TBC hype. It will be turned to Wrath of the Lich King hype. And what happens after that? What happens after that in an ideal world that they'll probably never do ever, but they would just do seasonal servers. What would be a good amount of spacing for fresh servers, guys? You know, for those of you guys who like fresh and enjoy the seasonal aspect of WoW, maybe quarterly, 4 a year. Is that too many actually? Maybe twice a year, 3 a year. Every 4 months, new fresh, and then at the end of the server it closes down. They literally close it. Or you can transfer your server to like a Hall of Fame or a trophy server, where you can clone it. They can even make money, yo. MTX right there, man. If you want to keep your character if you want to keep your character that you worked hard on, you can MTX clone it to like the Hall of Fame server, whatever you want to call it, and you can go look at all your pixels and everything. You can make 30-40 bucks off that per character, and then we go again. Fresh leaderboard, season 22, season 18, you know, they launch it again. And then you basically just run vanilla, TBC, and Wrath servers, seasonal, leaderboards, maybe a hardcore mode. Again, this would just be like me living in my own selfish little universe here, but that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, I think they'll stop after Wrath, just like it's a pretty easy justification on there, and they could say this is the pre-Kata world and the post-Kata world, so we rebuilt the pre-Kata world and all the different, you know, iterations of it. Me personally, I think they should do something with the actual account. It's not a bad idea. Every 1 year a new season starts, that way you have all the classic players on the same thing. 1 year's a long time though. Yeah. I mean, the classic lifespan was 2 years. Very cool take. Or they could do the Classic Plus thing we talked about, where they just like open it up and people are able to spin up their own servers, and they go, all right, community, we're going to allow you to make custom servers. Here's the tools to do it. We're giving you the ability to make servers here, and maybe there's some kind of fee you have to pay to run them. I'm not sure. That'll never happen in a million years, but you know, I can fantasize about it. And then think about how many cool different servers there could be. You know, you'd see one that would have like a special thing about it, like all your loot dropped if you died, or there would be one specifically for PvP, Or you know how in like Age of Empires and the old RTS games, people would do like really cool stuff, cool little mini games. You know, that's how Dota became a thing, right? Same with CS:GO. That's how zombies in Halo 2, all that came from custom games, man. Maybe even SWAT too. All those things, you know, like just open it up to the community, and that would be like Classic Plus, you know, as opposed to them making the changes. Yeah, you would have like a Classic WoW Battle Royale server. A lot of people would freak out, like the no changes folks, about Classic WoW Battle Royale because they don't want Blizzard to scuff the game. But if it was a community thing that people were trying out, somebody just spun up like a Battle Royale server, you would try it. What's the worst that can happen? There's Blizzard's still running the default servers, it's fine. The Ascension Project? Yeah, man, I'm surprised the Ascension Project is still afloat. I mean, they're pretty ballsy with the marketing, man. Anybody see their ads on YouTube? They're literally advertising on YouTube. Classless WoW. It's polished though, their advertisements. I just can't believe they're getting away with it so long. You would think that's like the perfect thing that the Blizzard lawyers are gonna go after. Sounds like Project Ascension? Yeah, it kinda is. Battle Royale games came from custom games as well? Oh yeah? Yeah, pretty much Tactics. I mean, that was the best. I think it was North or someone said that, like randomly, if anybody remembers North, like he just came up and he just said, or maybe, I don't know, we were having some podcast of what Classic Plus would look like. That was the most interesting take on it. Give it to the community. Say the ultimate gift is to let the community sandbox this beautiful world we made. We'll always run the original servers. You can always play the game that you love that you remembered. But, you know, is that how Minecraft works, guys? It may not be a great parallel. But you know, like in Minecraft, do people create their own worlds and game modes and stuff in that game? And then people just join, and it might be a better game example. Basically turning it into a sandbox. Classes, wow, yeah. My friends and I are loving the pacing of the new TBC Fresh server. Thanks for the recommendation. Oh, no problem, man. I'm having a great time too. I'm gonna be getting some dungeons in a minute here. Private servers are literally the idea of hosting your own Minecraft server. That's what I'm saying, man. It's a shame that WoW has a toxic boosting community. Well, they could switch that. And, you know, and if they did give that Classic Plus functionality or whatever, give the community ability to make servers, you can create visionary new types of servers with really cool rules on it and come out with some amazing experiences, probably. Any private servers offer 1v1 arena? 1v1 arena? Never heard of that, no. But you can duel on, like, you know, like the arena server of Endless Tournament Realm. What was I saying, though? Right here. Yeti furs still, okay, fine. Let's get some Yetis. Here's a question. Do you think it would have been better if they had added the new WoW token instead of the boost? The token instead of the boost. Okay, here's a hot take. Yeah, I would have preferred them to add the token than the boost. But that's just me. That is literally just me. Don't take it too seriously. It's because I'm a leveling Andy. Like, I really like it when people have to level and have to go through a little bit of a grind to get up and do endgame content. You know, it just makes, like, the characters feel heavier, more impactful. You see somebody's character and you know it's not like, you know, they went through some shit on it. You know, they had to grind. They had to do some boring stuff for a little bit. You know, it wasn't all just instant gratification, you know, they had to go through it. But that's just me though. But I don't think they do the same thing, right? The token doesn't fix the same things the boost would. Like, I know people say WoW wants money, like Blizzard wants money, and yeah, they probably do. They definitely do want money. But other than the money, if you put that aside, the main reason they would do the boost is to get people who like didn't keep up with Classic or new people into TBC, like to make it accessible. They wanted the accessibility to be high, so the token doesn't really increase accessibility to the game. I guess you could buy a token and then pay a mage to boost you or something, or a pally or something. I make $30 an hour, why the fuck would I not buy gold? I feel you, especially if the punishment is basically not there at all. It's the type of thing, it's like, Just expect humans to be humans. You gotta... All it would take, unless I'm missing something here, feel free to call me crazy. All it would take to cut out a huge portion of the gold buying would be Blizzard to say. They wouldn't even have to probably change a damn thing behind the curtains. They would just have to put out some message on private servers. A lot of times, you're just playing, and then every few minutes it puts out a little message and it says, 84 accounts have been terminated for RMT today. You know, or then they just say like multi-boxing or botting is against US, you will be perma-banned. You know, like, I feel like that does something. If they just said, buy gold, you're insta perma-ban, a lot of people wouldn't buy gold anymore. Or do anything. But the fact that it's not there, then people are gonna do what people are gonna do, man. That's on Blizzard. What's wrong with gold buying? Oh, I mean, we don't even have to get into that. I mean, gold buying right now is kind of par for the course with the GDKP runs. People, you know, buying and selling items for so much, but what's wrong with it would be, I don't know, you get into like a bit of a philosophical discussion there. I just think it would be an easy solution, that's all. Yeah, just like pay to win, but I mean, life is pay to win. We can go down that rabbit hole, but probably just let's not do that. Well, you playing Windrunner? Oh, bro, I'm playing Windrunner, hell yeah. Windrunner is mad fun. I'm trying to get all that TBC experience in. I'm having the time of my life on Windrunner, man. Running the dungeons, getting geared out. Wish I could stream it, but GG. How would you stop being trolled? Someone buys gold and sends it to you? That is so true. I never thought about that. Why did I never think about that? That is so true, actually. What the hell? Yeah, somebody could literally just snipe you. Just buy like a ridiculous amount of gold and then permaban your account forever. Is that why they don't do it? Hold on, there's got to be a workaround for that, though. It's actually the best excuse ever for buying gold. You'll be like, yo, somebody just bought that for me. It's the bots that are selling gold for money. Don't take the gold. No, but what if somebody just said... Because people are giving me... Yeah. I mean, you see what I'm saying. Not doing Alice. I can't do it, bro. There's a huge ban wave. Classic rating makes it hard for people that can't grind for money during the week. Yeah, no, I hear ya. Oh, trust me, I hear ya. I hear you, man. I mean, this is why, like, we have all these problems, right? We go back and forth and we talk about this complaint, this issue, this issue. If they just did, like, a couple freshes, man. Couple freshes, brother. Couple freshes solves everything, man. Just roll some freshes out, man. I'm telling you, it's the play. If you have botting problems, gold problems, a lot of this stuff gets taken out of that picture. I want to play the game, Ray PvP. I don't want to run around on his own clicking urban ores for 8 hours a day. I hear ya. So you're just saying, like, legalize the gold mining and all that, and then just go straight WoW token with it? I mean, that would bother me less than insta-boost. I don't know why. Call me crazy. There's something to it. I just can't articulate it. It would actually bother me less if there was WoW token and you could just straight up buy gold legally. It just seems so, like, bizarre, you know, that you can just print the character out at a high level. It's just so strange. You know, that's like that when I think of an MMO, like I just think of starting from level 1. Maybe it's just, yeah, it's just me, man. It just feels so strange to get like an instant. If it's like a real server, you know, like there's fun servers, you just mess around in tournament servers, all that. People buy characters. True. Yo, Zofuri, thank you so much for the Prime, man. 2 months. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's just hard to be casual with Classic and Raid with how expensive it is. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think we can all agree, though. Maybe not all, but most of us. whether you're gonna play fresh or not, it would be a really good look for Blizzard to just make a couple fresh servers. Like even if you're not gonna play on a fresh, just to know that a lot of your your fellow World of Warcraft brothers and sisters want that and are very vocal about it, and it doesn't really affect anybody, and vice versa. They'll just make some fresh servers. What's the problem? Just a couple of them. A couple, man. It's kind of crazy they don't have them. How about the old school recruiter friend? Would that be better than paid insta boost? Hey, Kalena, thank you for the 5. I heard Stay Safe talking about that. I would say yes. Yeah, that would be better than the boost, 100%. 100% better than the boost. Yup. If accessibility, it would help the accessibility that Blizzard's talking about. And you could still pay for Recruiter Friend. Because Recruiter Friend was paid, and you get the cool mounts, right? The Zevra mount. I would say even if the journey was 8x,
How
like it
about
was...
the old school Recruit a Friend? Would that be better than the paid insta boost?
It actually would be. So I literally just leveled to 60 on a 8x, right? It took a while on 8x to get the 60. It took I don't know, most of the day. It took maybe like 12 hours or something. That seems reasonable, you know, just 12 hours for like a new player. Like you can still learn the character, learn the abilities, and you're just getting everything at an accelerated rate. And then they can hop into the TBC content after like 12 hours of playing with a buddy. Thank you for the 5, appreciate it. I would have liked that more than the boost, and they're still leveling up a bit. Everyone pays for a mage to boost them anyways, but in TBC, there's not going to be that anymore, right? AoE caps removed, so the best thing would be a pally boosting you. And I think a pally can boost you through all this stuff, but it's much slower. You know, it's not going to be like mage boosting with Maradon and Crocs and stuff. I think pallies can do Crocs now. They can do like the ZF pull as well, but it takes a much longer time. Yeah. But then they don't make money. Oh, they could charge for the Recruiter Friend though, right? Didn't they charge for it back in the day? If they did, they'd have to up gear drops and such, yeah. Well, what they could do is just auto-train abilities and stuff. Just similar to what Endless did. Pallies can do ZF, I haven't seen them do Crocs. Oh yeah. To get the rewards they needed to pay for a month sub as well as the game. If they did Recruiter Friend, you'd have to have a friend that wanted to start fresh again. That's true, but I would start, I mean, I would want to, actually, maybe I would have to stream on launch, but like my buddies Jose and Meech are coming back from high school, I played TBC with them, and if my man Jose was like, yo, I really want to get back into TBC, man, like, will you do Recruiter Friend with me? I would say absolutely yes. I just say, give me a day, let me do launch first, let me stream launch. I'll get with you on day 2 or 3. At start of Classic back in August, only Mage and Warlocks were invited to ZF Farm, everyone else had to do it the regular way. There was melee cleaves too, though. You know, like there was like melee cleaves were pretty much almost equally strong to spell cleaves in Classic, or comparable in the same ballpark at least, right? If you had a a shaman with Wind Fury and then 3 warriors and a rogue or something, like that was really strong dungeon cleave. They should have opened. Oh yeah, I'm doing a GTKP run. Yeah, I'm doing it on the 7th. I'm going with Onslaught or Insidious. Doing Nax, man. It'll be my first Nax of Vanilla, man. I'm excited for it. I'm getting a Frost Resistance set ready for my Warlock. I'm trying to get a little bit of gear before TBC comes. I don't know if you guys have any tips for it, but I'm pretty excited, man. I've never fully cleared Nax in Vanilla. I stopped raiding at the end of BWL, so that's on the 7th, man. I would say the big problem with gold buying, one, it destroys the economy for your average player. That's true. Yeah, you talked about it a lot, but what's your take on TBC release date? I would like to hear your take on it. After BlizzCon, it seemed like it was going to be soon. the way they were talking about it and the excitement was in the air, it made it seem like beta was going to come out the next week or something, right? Now I'm not so sure, now that we've talked about it on stream a lot. Based on some of your guys' feedback and talking with others and really like trying to like spend way more time than we should trying to think about how the pre-patch is going to go and the beta is going to go, it's starting to look more and more like it's going to be a late summer type of thing. You know? Because the thing I wasn't really realizing at first was that the pre-patch, they would give people in the pre-patch enough time to level all the way to 60 on 1x. That right there is like a month. You know? And then there's still the beta period. When they confirmed the beta, they just didn't say when it's going to happen. So, it seems like I would guess late summer, man. Might see you in Solved Ali's stream, yeah. I don't know, he might have quit Onslaught though, I'm not sure. Or oh no, he is Insidious. Yeah, I might be. I actually might be on his stream. True. The amount of XP from 1 to 60 is reduced 30%. That is true. Yeah, it'll be quicker. No, you're right. It's yep. Not completely like 1 to 30. I think it's actually still the same values or something. Tactics was telling me the other day, and I remember Navik saying that. But there's a lot of accelerations to the leveling for sure. It'll still probably take the vast majority of people though like a month or something to hit 60. Should WoW Classic be free to play? You don't hear that every day. Should WoW Classic be free to play? I would say no. Because then they would have to make money in other ways and they would come up with a million little MTX things. So, is it still 15 a month? Kind of amazing they've kept it 15 a month after all these years. I feel like I prefer that, just one fee. What is the Horde Hardcore Realm? We're on Blood Cell Buccaneers, my friend. WoW Classic is free to play. You pay for a retail sub and get Classic for free. That's true, that's true. Yeah, you can get a WoW token in retail and then play WoW for free. That's true. Yeah. So in theory, if someone sends you like 500 gold, you don't know where that gold came from. That could be from bot gold or someone means somebody farmed. Yeah. Yeah. So it'd be tough. Anytime anybody got caught buying gold, he would just say, "Oh, someone gave it to me. I don't know it was bought. Somebody literally just gave this to me." And then you'd be in a sticky situation. Basically, if you're not 15-15 or running in a GTKP, you're looking at 2 weeks more max, unless your guild truly doesn't give a shit. I saw at least 2-3 dad guilds just throwing the towel the last week. So what is it about Nax that just destroys these guilds though, man? People always say it's the prices of consumables. Is it really? It's actually the prices of consumables? It's expensive consumes. And world buffs. What are they flasking every week and stuff? Like, how much is it to like, you know, just raid Nax per week? That adds a lot of friction and wipes and things. Minimum 100 gold per week. That's not that bad though, 100 gold a week. 100 gold a week's expensive. 500 to 850 gold a week? Okay, now that's another ballgame. 500 to 850 gold a week. I don't really comment a lot in chat, but I watch almost every stream and love your content. It's all intriguing and keeps on keeping on, brother. Hopefully can join up with you in BC on a casual basis. Much love from Michigan. Yo, Ashpad, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits, my friend. It's good. It's great to have you here in the chat, man. I recognize the name. That's not the first time I've seen it. That's for sure. Thanks for the support, man. Oh, that's just for the protection pots, 100 gold. 500 gold a week. Okay, 500 gold a week sounds really annoying. Yeah. That sounds super annoying, man. That sounds like something you could do for like 2-3 weeks, and then you would just get sick of farming gold. 100%. If you told me I had to farm 500 gold a week just to do something that like gets a little bit less fun with each week, I could see it. Stacef said he spends 1K a week on Nax. What if you just didn't buy any consumes though? Like what would be the minimum? Are the protection pots just for SAF or what? Is it just like frost protection for SAF? Is it a parsing thing, or they literally can't clear it? Yeah, I'm doing it on the 7th, yep. You literally can't clear. Guilds won't let you raid without consumes. But overall, it seems like people have had a great time in Nax. You just hear that all over the place. Nax is great, and it looks fun. I mean, it's an amazing raid, one of the best raids they've ever done. So what are your guys' overall thoughts on Nax then? Just, it's super fun, it's awesome, but it's just too expensive? People are saying it's save Classic. We're on a high note. We're leaving Classic on a high note. It's an amazing raid. People are having a great time. Nax is fantastic. It's the world buff meta that destroys it. Nax is the best raid. The issue was that the meta prior to Nax was completely brain dead zugging. You couldn't do it in Nax, and a lot of formerly good guilds got owned. Yeah, I heard a bit of that going around for sure. Raid is fun. Farming consumes and world buffs is impossible without swiping the card, not having a job, or running good GKPs. Well said, man. I see. Okay. Interesting. Yo, without world buffs though, guys. Okay, imagine you went into Nax and then all the world buffs disappeared. Thoughts? Is it, I mean, are we talking like way more guilds can't full clear it? I heard it wasn't for a long, it was like a long while before the first Horde guild killed it with no world buffs. Like maybe it was even kind of recently. That's how we do it. 90% can't. Damn, dude. So if they relaunched vanilla servers with no world buffs would go away when you entered a raid. How do you guys think it would go? You think it would be popular? You think the vanilla raids would be would actually be pretty hard? I still think MC is probably gonna fall over, right? I don't know though. No world buffs, and maybe like would Songflower go away? Would how's the farm? Yo, farm's going pretty good. We're going there this weekend. Winky might come with. One thing that I always find fascinating though, how balanced Alliance and Horde are before you all get triggered. It is kind of true though, right? For the longest time, you heard Horde has more potential than Alliance. Horde has more potential than Alliance, right? Like the Shaman thing that gives armor when you like heal them. Fucking just Wind Fury. Just the existence of Shamans in general, that Horde have a higher potential, right? Like they can do better on paper. Longest time you hear that. And then in reality though, like people can't do it. And it's Alliance guilds. It's Alliance that, like in practice, as opposed to on paper, Alliance is crushing it, you know? It's just crazy how that works, how kind of close it is. On paper, Horde's better, but in practice, Alliance is better. Kind of crazy, man. Hell of a game. It's much stronger PvE. Dude, I've talked to some of the biggest brains, man. People who like love Theorycraft. They live for it. And almost all of them say Horde in theory have higher potential. It's just that in reality, people can't pull it off. Crushing it where in PvE? Yeah, we're talking about like PvE, yeah, like in Nax and stuff, yeah. How'd you get the numbers to show up on the XP bar? Let's see. I'm using an add-on called Dominoes, and this is just the XP bar for Dominoes. There you go. You just right-click the bar, always show text, show labels. Are you just grinding? I don't even know, man. I've been doing quests, but Not very efficiently. I've just been reading chat pretty much, man. Yeah, it's perfection with totem twisting and whatnot. It was so fun to look through Onslaught's logs in BWL. Yeah. Oh, yo, I thought I was on the Endless server, bro. This is exactly where the Arena Tournament realm is, right here. That's funny. Yo, how'd you get your target debuffs moved around under the target frame? I think that's just standard, man. It's just default. I'm not really using anything for frames right now. I probably will for TBC. By the way, man, my decision on Warlock is a roller coaster of emotions, guys. I think Orcs to play, dude. I think Orcs to play. I mean, Undead is better in PvP, bro. I still maintain that. It is. But in reality, you're gonna PvE, you know? Like, you're just gonna. You're gonna be there. You're gonna be in the raid. And the Orc ratio is too good, man. I'm so conflicted. I think my strat is just I'm gonna get two Warlocks up to 70. Just Undead and Orc. Just, even before the arena season starts, just to, you know. It's tough. I'm back on the Orc side of things, guys. I've been flip-flopping. It's just tough, man. Having the same dilemma with Torn and Ellie Shaman. Especially since your Orc has the Black Book, you should definitely stay Orc. Yeah, Black Book is pretty sick. The thing is, though, starting to feel like you graduate out of the Felguard pretty quick, you know? Like, once you graduate out of the Felguard, like, you're done with it, you know? I don't know, maybe Black Book could change things. Are you not allowed to stream Endless anymore? They're banning people. Like they did a big ban wave, so people are chilling out. Gonna level 2 Boomkins? What's up, Wooey? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, you don't have to deal with the racial choice, though, man. You're chilling. You still playing Endless? Oh yeah, Fresh. I'm still playing like hard. Like I'm streaming just to catch up with you guys, talk to you guys. We're talking about DBC. We're talking about the future, and this guy, I still need him in DBC for sure. But after this, I'll play some Endless. I'll just have to do it off stream. You cracked me up going back and forth on race choice. It's tough. I know you guys right here having the same dilemma, man. Crix has like Nelf's tier. He has like some sick items for TBC, man. And he is literally going to re-roll Orc from Undead. Because he's a Parse Lord. He loves PvE more. I love PvP more, but at the same time, I'm not trying to just get outclassed in PvE at the same time, just getting absolutely ragged on. He's re-rolling Orc, man, even though he has amazing gear on his Undead lock. And I already have an Orc Warlock. And then also, like, it's going to help us in the leveling grind, just having Blood Fury for the grind up in the dungeons. And I'm kind of back in the Orc camp. Undead all day, every day. Oh, yeah, Kilroth, yeah, that's great. Yeah, I forgot you're in his guild over on, you're Incendious, right? Yeah. Nah, Crix is on me. Hell yeah, it's good to see you, Kilroth, bro. Are you still raiding with Murderer and stuff over there? I remember, like, Bell, you guys all went over there. Is the Orc racial so big? It kinda is. It's the only racial that sticks out. Like, what's the second most impactful PvE racial behind Blood Fury? Is there one even? Like, there's not really any, man. I mean, like Berserking is not even close. The Blood Fury. I don't care who you are. People are gonna say it's close, bro. How is it close? Tell me how is it close? 10% haste on a 3-minute cooldown versus like 200 spell power or whatever it is on a 2-minute cooldown. It's not even close, you know? I mean, some people roll, some people are saying me Troll Shaman is the best for Resto. I don't get it, though. Don't they benefit from Blood Fury the same? I don't get it. They get the Berserking for what? For their, like, sick chain heals, 10% haste on it? Troll's Biss? I don't get it. I don't see how... It's a 3-minute cooldown versus a 2-minute right there, you know? So anyway, same question. What is the second most impactful PvE ratio? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Haste for chain healing. I get it, but it's 3 minutes, brother. 3 minutes doesn't really line up with coolies that well, right? Coolies are like 2 minutes, man. War Stomp? Okay, okay, now I'm dead serious, guys. Vote. Second most impactful PvE ratio in TBC. Think about all of them, Alliance and Horde. Is it actually berserking? That's so sad if it is. War Stomp, maybe? Still, though. Escape Artist, Belf Science, Hit Chance of Draenei. Thing is, it doesn't seem that hard to get hit, either. It really doesn't. Especially if there's hit gems. If there's hit gems, how is it hard to get hit capped? Even on Warlock, they're saying, it's impossible to get hit capped on Warlock, it's so hard, you gotta go Affliction. Not even bad. I have like 120 right now on this fresh server, and then I could gem hit. There's like, you get the Veiled Topaz or whatever, you just gem hit. Doesn't seem that bad to get hit. Hit gems come later in the expansion, they might, but I don't know, it doesn't seem that bad. I guess you could always, the thing is, even if getting hit isn't that bad, you could always use one of those gems or something to switch around gear to get a better piece of gear. So I could see the Draenei racial being good. It might be the Draenei, honestly. Possible. Diplomacy. Thing is, I don't want to say troll though at the same time. Because not that many classes would even roll troll. Right? The only classes that would even, like, it would have to be a class that couldn't be an orc, kinda, or like a hunter. I'm confused. Blood Fury is just the S tier PvE racial. It's all like a big gray area after that. Yeah, I guess you go mage, man. Draenei hit bonus means raid members can get crits sooner. It could be the Draenei hit bonus on the Alliance side because they all have to be Draenei.
I'm in a Facebook group called Houseplant Hobbyist. People post stuff like...
Sorry. Add. On the Alliance side, all the Draenei, all the shamans are Draenei, right? There is no other race. So you're providing potentially 25% hit to your raid. I mean, like you might have like a it's not always going to be spell hit though. I mean, in the melee group you'd have like a survival hunter to add 5% melee hit, but if you think about it in aggregate, those Draenei's are adding quite a bit. I could see a world where people say that the Draenei racial is the second most high impact because you're just giving everybody the ability to, like, you know, maybe gem a little bit more aggressively or something. Point being, though, if you get anything from this conversation, is Blood Fury is insane. Troll is strong for warrior tanks since Blood Fury reduces healing and Berserk can give snap threat. True, but at the same time, Tauren seems better. And itemization for tanks in TBC seems kind of chill. You get enough defense for the job and you just stack stamina. And then Tauren just gives you like a percentage of health. It's not, you know, which will just scale with gear and stuff. You get War Stomp for trash. Leeway. Where's the stream from a few days ago, man? I had to unlist it. They were banning everybody from Endless who were streaming it and stuff, man. GG. Nobody personally stays one hit under cap expecting it to always be in a Draenei group, though. You could, though. I think the Sweaties would. I would. Because I'm going to respec for raid, probably. For real TBC. Because the thing is, your raid spec is so bad out in the open world. Like, it's trash, man. So you're going to respec for raid. And I'm going to know who's in my group, you know? Like, if I was... I would be greedy, man. I would like take a gem out or something, put like spell power gem in or something. So Crix can't stream anymore. He caught a 48-hour ban, yeah. Yeah, he caught a 48. Hey, we're 55 though, guys. We're almost there. Less than 5 levels to go, boys. Till the hardcore challenge is done on class number 3. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Hopefully don't rip towards the very end of this. Threat is a real problem in TBC though. It's true. It's true. So, but at the same time, you know what's another real problem is? The bosses slap. But maybe the bosses won't slap and start on TBC Classic. Maybe the meta will shift. Maybe people will start like getting threat sets together and stuff. But my understanding is that in TBC, for any class that's tanking, whether it's Druid, Pally, or Warrior, it's pretty chill. You get the amount of defense you need for the job. That amount of defense could change depending on if you're in a dungeon or if you're in a raid, and then you just stack stamina, which is way better than the classic itemization. Well, maybe not better, but way more simple. Classic itemization seems like a headache being any tanks in classic right now. I feel bad for your inventory, man. I feel bad for your banks. Having 47 million different pieces and stuff. That's absolutely wrong about tanks. Man, I've done multiple deep dives on it. Go watch the deep dives if you want to contest any of this stuff, but that's the simple way to put it. Like the avoidance and stuff, all you get just kind of falls into place naturally on your gear. You're not really like gemming for avoidance or anything like that. You just gem stem. Hey, what's up, Vigos? Good to see you, man. Why is everyone getting banned? Oh, we're streaming Endless, man. Wooey. The new fresh, the 8x one. I was a Gentleman's Club main tank, 6 World Kill on Brutalis, and that's wrong. So what's your take on it? What's your TLDR on the itemization space tank, and which class are you talking about? Which of the tanks? I can even give you access to old bids. If threat is an issue, then surely tanking is the same as classic balancing TPS output versus defense. You would think, yeah, like conceptually that makes sense, right? You only need, you know, enough survivability for the job, and then you can push threat and push harder. But for whatever reason, just like the bosses slap so hard that like you end up like just itemizing for stamina and defense and stuff. There's a mob in BRD that gives 25 spell power for 30 minutes. People don't mind control. Do you think in a new world buff meta people will go after stuff like that in TBC? 25 spell power though for 30 minutes? Nah, that seems too sweaty. That's just not that much time, man. It would have to be like an hour buff for people to consider it. I think people would get those treant buffs though in Zangarmarsh just because they're so easy. You just go there and click them in 2 seconds. And like you have to go there to get shards anyway as a warlock. So I could see myself doing it, just getting the, what is it, 30 spell power or something just from clicking the tree in Cenarion. That was pretty sweaty. Going all the way to the old world to BRD, going in there with the priest, getting the buff, buffing people, getting summoned, I don't know, for 25 spell power. It's not like 5% crit. We got Songflower. What do you think the top rogue PvP spec is going to be for pushing rating? It's like it's a pretty cookie cutter sub spec, just sub rogue. There might be a few variations of it, but it's always going to be sub. I think the top rogue pushes the top rogue players. How are rogues in TBC? Rogues, you know, you just hear a lot of these generalizations. Melee pump. The later we go into TBC, we get armor pen, expertise, haste, all the stuff T6 and beyond, but they have a hard time getting raid spots in PvE because they don't have much utility and the mechanics aren't friendly for melee. And then PvP, they're good, man. Rogues are pretty much a class and a half in PvP. Friends. Only S tier class in my mind is rogue. Hit gems are later patch. We'll see how they do it. Maybe if someone had BRD open, brought the mob to the front of the instance and could summon you. Yeah. Alright guys, I'm gonna host my man Grace, just a kind of quick 3-hour stream for you guys. I'm gonna chill a little bit. I'll probably play a little bit of Windrunner, make some content, maybe make a video for YouTube today. I've been trying to get some of those together. I'm gonna host my buddy Grace. Say hi to him for me and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. And Dark Portal this week as well, Priest Deep Dive. And we'll catch you later, folks. Just lining up the raid. Say hi to Gray from you guys. Peace out. Have a great day.